Bernie and the Jews. Oh, Herman and Sherman, have you seen them yet? Bernie and the Jews.
Yeah, we're off to a good start.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome to the
Hi.
3D
Hi.
Cast.
Hello.
We have
Hi, Dan.
We have a guest this
what's
week.
up?
Hey, Dan.
Oh, hi guys.
How you doing, Dan?
It is officially, I think, at this point, our most frequent guest. on
Oh
the
no.
show.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so. Actually,
I think this episode puts you at the top as most frequent guest.
Well,
Yeah.
everyone else has to step their game up.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, holy shit.
Or maybe I just have that much free time.
I know Christy held it for a while, then Alec held it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
I think you've successfully taken over.
You've taken up the mantle of
The mantle.
Of our
Emphasis
most-
on the toll.
You take the emphasis off the man.
No, yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Oh.
right. I don't want to be. I don't want to like
I don't know.
assign a gender to it. I guess.
Yeah.
Whoa, did you
Gender neutral.
just assume gender, bro?
Right. It's a person toll.
Far be it from me.
Far be it from you.
Far
what's,
be it.
What's far be it from you?
Far be it from me to assign you
Yeah.
a identity
Right.
that doesn't. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I don't know either.
You say it doesn't exist.
What are you doing?
Right.
You're fucking this all up.
Hey, who's hosting this? Get this back on the
You
rails.
are
will
ruining
ya?
this entire operation. Dan, you're hosting, are you not?
Oh shit! Fuck. Yeah, I guess I'm hosting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, figure it out, dude.
Welcome
Yeah.
to the 3 Dudecast plus me.
Plus one. Yeah.
It's me again.
It's me. It's
me.
Dan.
It's Dan. I'm taking over the mantle.
Yeah, the mantle.
Yeah, which episode is this, guys? I
It's
didn't even look at that.
actually it's the 12th episode of the third season.
12th
yeah.
episode of the 3rd season.
It is August.
Woo!
It is
Yeah.
August, and we have made 12
Moving
episodes.
right along.
Chugging along, singing our song.
Well, there's all those unreleased episodes that we can't put out there.
Right,
because
We
of-
can never.
No.
Right.
It will
thing is-
never.
There's a lot of deleted test audio that we can never put out.
It's true.
Oh, have you?
Even the stuff we've published is like, you can't run for president or be a teacher.
No, never again. Right.
Right. I was going to run for president this year, and then I listened back to the episode
Yeah.
I was on, and I was like, oh, shit, I can't do
Well,
that.
Ben's been running for president for the last like 8 years, right?
That's
Yeah.
true, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
How is
right.
the campaign for Slam 2020 coming along?
Well, most of the funds are tied up in liquid assets, specifically of the beer variety.
Okay. How's the Killer Robot Fund this time around?
Well, we've managed to outfit a remote controlled car with a Glock,
Nice.
so that's coming along.
And a small man follows it around and pulls the trigger when requested.
Right.
Perfect.
Yeah, its range is limited by the string we have attached to the trigger, but
That's okay.
And how drunk the man is when he's operating it.
Give it another few years, the potential applications for the Glock wheels could be limitless.
Glock wheels leading the way.
Yeah, I
Or it
mean,
could be Glocken wheels.
a Glockenwheel.
Glockenspiel.
Glockenspiel.
Shot wheels.
Shot wheels, also good. Yeah.
Yeah.
It might not be enough to take over a country, start a coup, or defend your sitting presidency, but it is useful.
There are some weak ass countries out there, man.
Yeah, right. Like
Ass countries.
ask what's a weak ass country?
Liechtenstein.
Liechtenstein.
Oh, yeah.
Bunch of
What's in
pansies.
my balls,
Tonga.
Liechtenstein?
You could fucking take
Tonga,
over.
yeah.
If like a couple like fucking rednecks with some AR-10s could take over Tonga in a night. Yeah, it would be done.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
like it's the smallest island ever.
Yeah.
It'd be easy. Hey, speaking of liquid assets, I'm trying White Claw for the first time.
Oh, man.
And I gotta say,
I've
I was
been
like, don't
told
worry, buddy.
there's no laws.
there's no law when you're drinking claws.
Right. There's no laws.
Laws.
There's no
There's
laws.
no laws.
Hey, so the thing is, White Claw number 1, not good. It tastes like lime zested spit.
Yep.
Round in the turn into White Claw number 4 right now. Yeah, not bad. not
bad.
Not hating this.
Yeah. Here's the thing. It will get you drunk.
It's
That's
working.
it.
It's
That's
definitely
all that
working.
it is.
Oh, I got to tell the story about this White Claw that I'm about to crack open here.
Okay.
I have a White Claw Black Cherry here.
Yeah.
As some of you, Black Cherry.
White Claw, Black Cherry, Ebony, and Ivory living together in harmony
in my bowels.
in my bloodstream.
I work in an appliance section, and we get returned appliances sometimes.
Yeah.
And when I opened up one of our returned appliances that we were going to flip again and sell, somebody left a pack of 3 bell peppers and an unopened black cherry White Claw. So I took that White Claw, and I'm going to open it right now for you guys.
Nice. Ah, man, nothing tastes better than free.
Worth noting, I actually, just to be on the safe side, because I don't know what this weirdo did, I washed the White Claw off.
Oh, you like wash the can?
I washed the can off just to be in the safe.
What do you think he did to the can?
I don't know, but I don't know what people put in their fridges, and I don't want any part of that.
What did he do with? What?
No, I don't know.
I could have been resting up against like a pile of human hands for all we know.
So you've seen the inside of my refrigerator before.
Not bad.
Human hands.
Human hands.
Not bad.
It's the only way to keep them. You have to keep them chill.
Tastes a little bit like dish soap because I washed it.
You can't keep them in the freezer because if the flesh gets frostbite, it necrotizes a lot faster.
Right, it really does.
And then what the hell are you going to serve your parents when they come over?
Necro.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Speaking of necro, why are we fucked, gentlemen?
Hey, that was a great segue.
Yeah, right. Was it?
It was.
It was so good.
It was
dude.
really
Oh,
good.
thanks, guys.
Really
I don't
good.
I feel like you're not patronizing me at all.
No, that was a really good
good.
segue. I'm not patronizing you. I'm just drunk. Hi.
Hi.
So
Well, since you're just drunk enough to not patronize me, why don't you go first, Chris?
we're fucked because there's people fist fighting at the Social Security office.
Oh my God. What?
All I want to do is get my goddamn Social Security card, which apparently takes 2 hours. And there's
Amazing.
crackheads in the Social Security office trying to pick a fight.
I heard a bit about this story.
A bit about this? Yes.
I heard a little bit about this from
A little bit about this.
Trish said a little bit about it.
Yeah, this lady was like, okay, so let me set the scene for you. All right. We're at the Social Security office.
Yeah.
Scene set.
Never will you find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy.
No, I had to go. So we're applying for a marriage license because against all odds, my wife decided she's not leaving me.
Oh, give it some time.
Well, not yet.
Yeah, no, not yet.
Right,
We're going to wait until we're married and then she's going to take half of my liquid assets,
Nice.
Yeah, liquid assets are a weird theme for this episode.
which include 36 cans of unopened tomato juice.
oh no, not my precious Jews.
All my precious bodily fluids.
Mandrake. We were at the Social Security office and I had to reapply to get a new Social Security card. So you have to take a number and basically wait for them to call you. And we're sitting in the back row at the Social Security office and we're just like waiting and we're waiting. And there was a lovely old woman in front of us. And then off to the right, like way in the corner in our row, is this lady who I can only guess is a crackhead. She had like all the familiar symptoms of a crackhead, just kind of like
Okay.
sitting in the corner.
Excuse me, young man. Do you have any crack? That's usually a giveaway.
This is my last
Every
one.
time, yeah.
Old lady, this is the last one I got.
My last rock of crack.
I was going to smoke this in this bathroom.
Spare one for an old lady.
The aggro crack.
No, she, this lady was just kind of like, keeping to herself. You know what I mean? Kind of twitchy, like a crackhead would be.
Oh, yeah, I see. All right.
Sure. So the old lady that was in the row in front of us, everybody's in this place and everybody's kind of like making small talk with each other. And this older lady who's in the row in front of us had her ticket in her hand and she accidentally dropped it behind her and she couldn't, like the way that the chairs were organized, they were too tight together to like be able to turn effectively and grab it.
Yeah.
And the lady that was like, we're on the one side a little bit farther away, and then there's the like coked out lady on the opposite end who's a little closer, and the older lady turns back and tries to grab the ticket, and she like turns over and looks at the girl behind her in the corner and goes, "I'm sorry, could you just kick that over towards me so I can grab it real quick?" And this lady like flips the fuck out. Like just fucking freaks. Yeah. Like she like starts MFing this lady, calling her a bitch, and then gets up and walks into the bathroom and slams the door. And then my wife gets up and like hands her the ticket and goes, I'm sorry about that. It's just like, and the old lady's like, she's laughing. She thought it was pretty funny. She's like, I don't know what I did. I just asked her to. And, because this is downtown Youngstown. So, like, basically any major office you go to, there's going to be major
Any
office.
government building.
There's a security guard, right?
Yeah.
An armed security guard, wherever you go.
This is Oak Hill, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this dude comes around the corner and he just kind of like leans up and he's like, everything all right in here? Like, he just heard that door slamming. And the old lady's like, I don't know. I just asked her to I dropped my ticket. I asked her to kick it over to me and she like flipped out.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay.
Yeah.
And he waits. This lady comes out of the bathroom and he lets her sit back down in her seat in the corner. And he goes, "You doing all right?" And this lady's like, "Yeah, why?" He's like, "You slammed my door kind of hard over there." and she's like, just starts like going off. She's like, "Well, I don't have to pick this bitch's ticket up for anything." You know what I mean?
Like, no, you don't.
No, apparently not. It's okay, not a big deal.
Yeah.
And it just like got like louder and louder and freakier and immediately like I'm one of those people who's like, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Every time
like,
something real's happening.
Fucking like
Because it could have been a really boring trip to be a security officer.
World star. I'm like, yes. Everybody else is like kind of like tightened up and panicking, and I'm like, oh, please let
someone throw hands.
please let this fucking lady pick a fight with this guy and let him drag her out on the street. Please.
I want to see a woman get tased in broad daylight today.
I'm like, please let this happen.
Yes.
And it basically ends with the security guard who's like, if you say anything else, I'm going to throw you out. And she goes to say something else, and he goes, I'm serious. If you say anything else, I'm going to fucking throw you out of here. And she like curls up in the corner and sits down. And it de-escalates, which is kind of like fucking lame. Right. Yeah, but she's still like muttering to herself. She's obviously like mentally unwell.
Yeah, we shouldn't really be laughing at this.
No, I don't. Fuck her. Who cares? I don't know. She was mentally unwell in like I'm actually a drug addict kind of way.
Yeah, she put herself in that position. It's not like
Right. I don't have a problem like with drug addicts, you know what I mean, in general. But if you're a bitch, that's a different story.
Sure, okay,
You know what? I have a problem with you being a bitch more than I have a problem with you having a problem. I have a problem.
Yeah?
Yeah, I murder people.
Oh, wow. It's probably the best place to tell everybody about that.
No, but like if you're gonna, there's unsuspecting people who are just trying to get their social security cards, and nobody's in a good mood at any of those government offices anyway. Not the employees, not the people waiting in line there.
Yeah.
Nobody's happy.
You know what, too, though? My one exception to that would be the DMV. I've never had... Contrary to what stand-up comedians would have you believe, I've never had a bad experience at the DMV. It's always just been in and out.
Boring for me, mostly.
Yeah.
Sure. I have been there longer than I wanted
I've
to.
never personally had a bad experience there, but I've watched other people have bad experiences there.
See,
Because those ladies don't take any shit from anybody.
really don't.
Oh, well, do you go to the one on Mahoning?
Yeah, the West Side Merchant.
I go to the one in Boardman.
Yeah.
It's usually a bit
Much
more
faster.
pleasant.
The Poland one
is.
too. Yeah,
It's a bit more pleasant. It's a bit faster. My only complaint about the DMV is that I have to spend money to tell the government, yes, I can still drive, and I'm still allowed to drive.
My only complaint about the
Fuckers.
DMV is that they only hire women.
You know, I saw a dude there working there once.
Oh, what a pussy.
Yeah, there's a guy at the.
It is weird, actually. The
I'm
West Side
kidding.
Merchants does not seem to
No,
employ a
it's all
single
ladies.
man.
You know why? Because guys would eat people's shit more. You know what I mean? You get those old.
What?
No,
I know what you're saying. I know
Man
what you're
eating
saying.
shit at the DMV is some weird fetish porno somewhere.
Eating shit. Eating a big
Me and my
handful
boys
of
eating shit at the DMV.
What?
Oh, hey,
Is it
Aubrey.
yours?
It is mine.
Oh, it's upstairs.
Oh, thank you.
You lost your phone?
I lost my phone.
And then
Yeah, you're right. There is
was
something about
ripped
those.
into you.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I wasn't saying anything important.
No, I was just gonna say those women at that DMV in particular are really good at
They're
this. Like,
hardened, yeah.
You're not special. I don't give a fuck. What number are you
Correct.
next?
Guys would be like, ma'am, please, I'm just trying to. Guys would try and like work with you. Those ladies don't fucking work with you, which is exactly what you need for that kind of job. Get your fucking ticket. Tell me what you want. Shut up. Sit down. Get your picture taken and get out of here. The end.
Get the fuck out of my 1970s wood panel.
It's also it's coincidentally why I always have a boner when I go to the DMV.
Sure, you're right.
Yeah.
It's
So
those,
it
it's
does
those
something
old
for me.
cat ladies.
Nothing turns me on more than that.
You're not special and I hate you.
Oh, fuck yeah, I know.
Yes.
And that's why today's topic is DMV fetishism.
Well, I don't think that's specific enough.
You're gonna add a few more adjectives onto that
Eating
one.
shit at the DMV.
That might actually-
Coprophagia.
Coprophagia DMV fetishism.
There's at least
All right, we're
there's at
getting
least
somewhere,
one
yeah.
person who listens to this podcast who learned a new word today.
Yeah.
Coprophagia.
Yeah.
The eating of one's own fecal matter.
I think it's just any.
It's any fecal
anybody,
matter.
right.
Yeah.
Usually your own poop though, because
Yeah.
that's what you got.
Right.
That
It's
would
the
be-
most easily accessible.
Because that would be autocoprophagia.
Yeah, it's
oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But more often than not, the poop you have available to you is your poop.
Autocroptic asphyxiation.
What?
I'm sorry, I don't know what I'm doing.
really, like,
that's
try to-
choking yourself with your own poop.
Autoerotic.
That's stuffing poop into your own throat and jerking off, and then at the last minute
Right.
spitting it out.
Well, then you
Autoerotic autocoproasphyxiation.
There you go. You
Hey,
got to put
we
a
got
like
somewhere.
a like a lemon in your mouth because it shocks your system.
Hey,
wakes
by
you
the way,
up.
And it
I
makes the
finally
shit
saw-
taste better.
I finally saw
Exactly.
the 6 Feet Under episode, the West Wing episode, the episode of the West Wing
Where President Bartlett
President
eats his own poop.
Yep, that tragic episode of the West Wing where the president dies jerking off, and a nation mourns as they bury Martin Sheen. You know what I meant, right?
6 feet under.
Boy, CJ, you got your work cut out spinning this one.
CJ. Yes, the president did at 1:13 this morning. Joe goes in. Yeah.
He was found with his pants around his ankles. No, yeah. So that episode of I almost said it again, of 6 Feet Under.
Yes.
Where the dude.
Is jerking off on his exercise equipment.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
God.
Yeah, that's for those of you who have not watched 6 Feet Under, every episode starts with a death. So this guy it's this basically this rich businessman who's hanging himself on his exercise equipment and jerking off. And one of the things you do when you do that, and I learned that from this show.
I think it's how most people learned that, because there was
Yeah.
a distinct time period where a lot of people were talking about that level.
Right. Basically, what it does is like, as you start to pass out, you bite down really hard, and it releases that citrus juice in your mouth, and it wakes you up, so you can like, you know what I mean?
Keep whacking it.
Keep whacking. it,
By the
basically.
way, don't do it.
By the way, yeah, really don't do it. A lot
It's
of people
super
kill themselves
dangerous.
that way.
Don't do
Right,
it.
yeah.
Really, choking yourself
Yeah.
by yourself alone is
super
dangerous.
dangerous.
Super dangerous.
Get a
Get a partner. It's
yeah.
actually,
Yeah.
as strange as that sounds, it's way safer to have someone joke you while you're jerking
Well,
off.
he was doing it on exercise
Well, that's
equipment,
gonna
so I guess it would
that's
be
gonna
a
mentioned
spotter.
in my YM.
Yeah, but that's the thing is like it's kind of funny and kind of sad in a way, that episode, because doesn't his wife like, I don't know why he would kill
Yeah, the
himself,
thing
like
is,
she
like,
doesn't get it.
No one explains it, but I feel like the people in the funeral home know because they
yeah.
got some of the details.
Right.
I feel like it was what's his name, the guy that works downstairs,
Rico.
Rico. I feel like he's the one that figured it out. I'm
Yeah.
not sure.
That's why you gotta just tell your wife to try to choke you when you're jerking off. That's all
right.
it is. Yeah.
I still gotta watch 6 Feet Under.
I've been making my way through it.
It's a great show. It's a great show. Did you? How far are you?
I'm still early on. I don't even think I've seen half of it. I think I'm somewhere in the second or third season.
So the second season has one of my favorite episodes ever. It's the one where you find out why Rico got into the funeral home business.
Oh, I haven't gotten there yet.
Yeah.
Then I must be in the second season.
Yeah, it's because of Nate Sr. Spoiler alert.
Yeah,
but it's
right.
really touching the way that they tell that story. Yeah,
God, that show's good.
it is really good. It is really good. And it has the best series finale of any TV show ever. I think we've said this several times on the show.
Yes.
Worth a watch. But yeah, it all boils down to don't start a fist fight at the Social Security office.
What I'm trying to say here, after all this
Man,
jerking
that was,
off with lemons
And President Bartlett.
you had
Quite the tangent we went on there.
We did.
Yeah, it's quite the tangent.
yeah.
Yeah.
They don't call it the White House for nothing.
You're right. They don't call it the White House for nothing.
I guess if you die jerking off, you probably didn't come, right?
I don't know, man.
I think the implication is that he did,
Right.
but
I'm trying to think, if you die, you probably didn't finish, because if you finished, you just
You know, there's a way we could find this out.
yeah, we could just,
Hey, Boba, you want to do some science? I don't like that at all.
So anyway,
Anyway,
Also, it doesn't work for a dog because they have to lick and they have the citrus in their mouth, so it wouldn't work for him at all.
no, wait. No, he's going to
I-
be choking me while I jerk off.
Oh, I thought we were gonna see if the dog could.
No, I
no.
volunteer.
I'm not even saying give him the citrus. I'm saying, can he? Never mind. I'm not even gonna finish that sentence on
the
microphone.
weirdest
and neither
episode.
will he.
This is the weirdest episode ever.
So
Anyway, now that we've really lost everybody with this,
Yep.
Dave, would you allow me to explain to you why I'm fucked?
Please do.
Okay.
Nicely done.
Yeah, you're welcome. So woo! So you could say I'm fucked because I'm not fucked. Because nobody wants to.
I do.
Yeah, you didn't ask us.
No woman wants to.
All right.
I will.
No, it's just it's been a really rough year for me by myself, being very alone.
Yeah.
It is incredibly
It sucks,
frustrating.
doesn't it?
Yeah, it's super frustrating. Yeah. It's been a long time.
It's been. Now I'm
Still all by myself alone.
jerking off into a
Right.
tissue.
But wait.
But wait.
Wait,
No.
and
I have a perfectly good sock over here.
I've talked to you guys about this off mic before.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
I just really love
Sucks.
these lately. Yeah.
I honestly, like, the thing is, it has been a pretty long time since I dated, and I don't know if I would know what to do if I had to.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, it's rough
weird
going, man. So
thinking about
here's a weird thing. So like when I was in college, it was way easier because you're in college and you just
you just whatever. Right.
Yeah, right. And then like once I left college, I had like a really like rough period of my life where I didn't want to date anybody because I didn't want to invite anybody in on that mess.
Yeah.
And then like I like out of that mess. I'm like, all right, cool. So jumping back on the horse, and there was no horse anymore.
Yeah, it's harder when you're older too.
Yeah.
Once you hit past like
it's so much harder.
so fucking hard. Once you get past like
it
26, once you get past 26, it's like it gets tougher. I think to you know what I mean.
I think
Get back on that horse and fuck it.
and fuck that horse.
Fuck that horse.
You gotta fuck that horse.
Yeah.
Gotta gut that meat.
The truth is, I don't know how people meet people after a certain point.
Yeah, I don't either.
Please, if anybody knows, like
I mean-
anybody listening, tell me.
I mean, Christy introduced Aubrey to me. Like I didn't
Right.
Yeah.
like meet Aubrey organically. It happened because of a mutual friend.
I feel like every relationship at this table.
I just pictured you like meeting somebody like growing out of the ground
An
as meeting them,
organic-
meeting them organic,
Free range
organic,
girlfriend.
free range.
What's up, girl? You root here often?
Aubrey slowly sneaking her
Your way
face through the curtain.
No, all of our relationships are due in part to all of our friendships.
Well, this is also why, like, the last time we talked about this,
Yeah.
I think the thing I told you was like, dude, I got no fucking idea what to tell you except hang out.
Yeah.
Like, just show up, man.
Right,
Like,
yeah.
I don't know. Like, the only way people meet people is by being with people who
Yep.
meet other people.
Yeah.
Correct.
I don't know what else to do.
Yeah, because
No, again, like I'm not like asking you guys to be
No, but, like,
matchmakers or whatever.
I
but-
sincerely would like to figure out a way to, like, find you a girlfriend.
no, like it's like
that means a lot to me, Dave. I really appreciate that.
Wait, well, like we that's how this every relationship at this table blossomed. You and Christy were friends in high school, and then you dated somebody who was friends with my wife's best friend, and because of that, because I was friends with both your ex and Krista, I met my wife.
Yeah.
And my wife. My wife. And then I met Ben because of Corey. And then and you met Ben because of Corey.
Yep, that's
Right.
right.
And it's just all melded together.
Just people meet people through people. So,
Yeah,
like, the
right.
thing is, if you just, like, do the thing long enough, the hope is that, like,
Somebody will want to suck your dick.
Yeah, right? Yeah. No, and honestly, like
someone who isn't at this table who
Gorgeous
and-
women
yeah.
absolutely swarm around us.
Right. Listen, if you go on Pornhub enough, there are local singles in your area.
that want to fuck you.
Right.
Oh, see, that's the mistake. I use ad block, so I don't see any of that.
Dude, you're fucking up.
You gotta meet the hot singles in your
No,
area.
dude, how are they supposed to get ad revenue? What are you doing?
Who was it? I can't remember, and I feel bad that I can't remember who tweeted it, but someone tweeted brilliantly. It was Joe who wrote on Facebook that it's the apocalypse, and I'm fearful that the sexy singles in my area are already dead.
That's really funny. Yeah, that's really funny.
So funny.
Yeah. No, I've been trying the whole like online dating thing. It's just going absolutely nowhere.
You know,
yeah, it's really sucks.
no
Yeah.
good.
when I tried Tinder for like just like a week or two, all I ever saw around here were like single mothers under 22.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, who need a support
Well, you need to
system.
not filter your results to single moms under 22. That's what you did wrong. you gotta not do that. That was your mistake.
Oh yeah, I make some mistake every time. Yeah, and not to sound like like a total jackass, but it's just like every time I get like a like on any of these, it's like a real uggo. And I'm just like not into it. It's just like,
Well, here's-
no,
the
I'm
thing
not
is, like,
that lonely.
You can not. The thing is, you can't get to a point where you're like, well, I will date people I'm not.
right?
attracted
I can't
no.
lower my standards too
Listen,
much. Right?
You have to be attracted to people, or else
Yeah,
it doesn't
it
work.
really
Right.
wouldn't work at all.
I'm not naming names, but I know people who like settled, and you don't want to settle for someone that you're not attracted to and you don't like.
No, yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's
definitely
not
wouldn't
good.
do that.
It's
yeah.
not
Especially
good.
with dating, you have to be attracted at the outset.
Oh, yeah,
and,
right.
and then let everything
Sure.
Yeah.
kind of go.
The other
from
thing is
there.
like people are like super multifaceted, so you might also like go on a date with someone you didn't think you were attracted to and find them more attractive.
And
than you
I've
thought.
done that before. I've absolutely done that before. And
People are really interesting that way. Like
Yeah, right.
There's something. It's so incredible. Like I know I can't pass the photo test. Like if I ever got on Tinder, there's no way in 4 seconds anyone's gonna look at me and be like, "Oh, want that?" not a chance.
No.
But if I get like 2 minutes, oh, he's kind of funny or
Right.
whatever. Like maybe this can kind of work out.
Yeah, right.
honestly, I think that's my biggest problem too. Is like I know I'm not ugly, but I'm also like not like holy shit, dude. Look at this guy.
The thing is, if you're a normal dude, like you
I'm
do
so
kind of-
like I'm just so normal.
You've
Yeah.
said this before. I am the most average
Studies-
in every way
I
possible.
really am. Yeah.
studies
don't know about
studies say that women prefer average.
Not in my experience.
Women
Dan has empirical data to prove
Right.
that this is
I
not
can
working.
dispute that, yeah. Well, here's the thing. Like, I know. So, we've talked about this before, but like, I know I have like my best trait is my personality.
Yeah.
And that
You gotta-
right. I know. And that's not immediately apparent from a photograph
No.
or like a
Yeah.
one paragraph.
The thing is,
Yeah.
the thing is, most people's best trait is their personality, and a photograph doesn't like zero people. You know what I mean?
right?
I want to see what your dating profiles look like.
Do you?
I want to see what they look
Oh
like.
yeah,
Okay.
we got to do a straight eye for the straight guy kind of thing.
we could, yeah. I mean,
just keep getting better.
if you really want to, like, I
Yeah.
guess I
All
can
right.
do
So
that,
here's
yeah.
what you want to do. You want to not wash your underwear for like a
Yeah.
week and a half.
I want to
Right.
really like build up that like pheromone funk.
Yeah. Right.
So
Oh, pheromone funk is my favorite.
You want a nice
genre.
tinge of apple cider vinegar on all your clothes.
Yeah,
how
right.
much Nas do you drink in a week?
You gotta,
Wait, did
up,
you
you
say
gotta,
Nas?
No,
you gotta pump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers.
Did you say Nas? Actually, I drink way too many energy drinks, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm curious to see, and I know this is not where you expected to go with this, but I actually am really curious to see how you are presenting yourself to the world and
That's
whether
fair. Yeah.
it jives with what I or other people
Right.
recognize in you.
Dave, I don't want you to fuck me.
Are you sure?
I don't want you to fuck
It's
me.
pretty. It's okay. All right, whatever.
do
I
it.
appreciate the offer, but maybe next year if I'm still alone,
yeah.
yeah.
Well,
I'll have to run it by Christy.
Yeah, we'll meet in the middle. Your expectations will drop to my level.
Right.
We'll meet in the middle and then we'll fuck there.
Fuck in the middle.
No, but I am curious to see if how you present yourself to the world,
Yeah.
like checks out with like how I see you or other people see you.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. I'm not like putting my best self forward.
I wonder.
Yeah,
Maybe.
Curious.
maybe. But also,
You know what you're gonna do? Start sending dick pics out there.
Yeah, just all of them constantly.
That's what you need to do.
Right.
People
Girls
love it.
respond really well.
They see
when
that and they're
you-
like, now I know who he
Oh
is.
man, this
I know who
this dude has a dick.
once again,
wants me
completely
to see
average
it.
in every
He
way.
has one, and now I've seen it.
Oh, right.
Oh, nice.
Maybe I should put that in my profile. As like, ladies, I have a dick.
Right. The thing is, you're not quite there
One
yet.
functional penis.
You're the age like 26 to 39 is very difficult.
yeah, dude.
But once you hit 40, you know what I mean. You're like
I kind of feel like dating, if I had to do it at like the 40 to 50
Perfect.
age range, actually might
Yeah.
not be so bad. If I
with
had to do that, I
dude
feel
with
like
a
I could
good
survive.
job. You can support yourself. You're relatively
Both you and her have like figured out so much bullshit.
Right.
It's like it's just gone. It's not
Exactly.
even part of your considerations
You're
anymore.
the how did Louis C.K. put it? You're the branch that she clings onto before she hits the bottom. It's great.
Seriously, I just need to age myself 10 years, and that'll be great.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You just got to wait 10 years. That's all you got to do.
All right.
That's all you have to
In
do.
the meantime, there's escort services that you could actually just pay people to fuck you.
That's true. That's an option.
Again, I have not gotten that sense from
No,
you.
I wouldn't do that, but
Right.
it's an option.
That's the other thing too, is like kind of accepted like the fact that it's like, all right, it's I'm just not going to worry about it anymore.
There is something to that thing of like, don't stress about it. Keep
Yeah.
what you do. Just
Right.
like
Happens when you least expect it.
try to be your best
Yeah.
self
Yeah.
and hope that someone sees that at the right time.
Huh? Yep.
know?
Yeah.
The
Because
other problem is that we work at a sausage factory,
that's true. Yeah. There's a lot of dude sweat
There's, like-
at our job. Yeah.
so like it's
They work at Nemen's Sausage.
Yeah. Right.
oh yeah,
We're both we're truck packers for DeRusso's.
just packing
Yeah,
sausage
they're
all day.
sausage packers.
Can't find a woman there.
Yeah, they're tiny hands. They,
Oh,
they
man.
can't.
Yeah,
They can't pack sausage the
Can't
same way
hold
that
It's
we
the
crates
annual
of sausages.
It's the annual company party, and you're going, "This is a goddamn sausage fest."
and like I don't want to like I've never been comfortable like hitting on a customer.
Yeah.
No,
That's-
that's
You should never do that.
Because that can only go one of two ways, and one of the ways is really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
And,
99%. And we actually had someone get fired from
Oh,
our
dude.
job for doing that very
Man,
thing.
that was.
We also had a manager who did that very thing to young girls. Not cool.
yeah, that's the thing
so-
you never want to do.
Right.
But like-
yeah, so
but like-
I would never do that. But
Like
it's like
hitting on is one thing, but you can be friendly and kind of like show people who you are, and maybe that turns into something.
so I should show them my penis.
Again, send them that penis. If they buy a phone, take a quick dick pic, then
Yeah.
give it back to them.
Hey.
So when I'm like, I should like demo screen mirroring on a TV with my phone. And so by the way, this is a little preview.
That's right. So just so you can see the camera, you can see the fidelity.
The whole wall of QLEDs.
Yeah.
Right.
all with your like it's outside the pants. Be classy,
Right,
but
right, right, yeah.
you
You
really-
can see here, this is a penis.
this is like my balls. This is like both of them.
This is like, no, like seriously,
man.
let me wear some tighter pants next time so I can show you the definition. Look at these.
I would super get fired, but that'd be a great story.
Does anybody like these?
That'd be an incredible story.
Does anyone like this?
Anyone like these?
Anyone like these
Anybody
balls?
jiving with these balls here?
Nobody
Yeah.
knows what that is.
Nobody knows what the,
Nobody. There's actually only one person who might listen to this who knows what that is.
Does anyone like?
Does anyone like these?
I certainly know what that is.
You don't.
They're balls.
It's, I think only me and Dave and one other person in the world recognize what that is.
Drewby definitely knows what that is.
Yeah, right.
Oh man, I don't know if I could trust that part. Anyway. Whoa, I'm really sorry, guys. That smells awful.
I'm just gonna
Oh, man.
slide.
I'm on the
That's
opposite
a
end of the
real
table.
bad fart,
There we
guys.
go. Yep.
Anyway,
That's what this podcast is for, Dan.
farts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's never been for anything else.
This dude's farting around.
It's never done anything better than that.
No,
true.
actually, one of our best moments from last year was a fart.
And this year,
And this year, yeah, right.
we got another. We got
That's
another
right,
best of
we
fart.
do, don't we?
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That
So
was
many
mine.
farts.
So many farts.
So many farts.
Too many farts.
Too many farts.
Is there a such thing?
Yeah, so I'm fucked because no one wants to that with me.
I'll give it time. So,
Yeah, it's all right.
Not right now.
Not right
just,
now.
Just not
Yeah,
right now.
not right
That'll-
now.
That will actually change.
Yeah,
It's a question
or,
of when.
or it won't, and then it's fine either way because it's not something. Because I also don't want to be that guy that's like who expects it from women.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I don't want. I'm not that guy.
well, I mean, that's really what they're there for. is just to fuck you.
because I feel gross even like
Yeah.
saying it like, oh, no one wants to fuck me.
Yeah.
But it's also like
no, but that's like a
that's
legitimate
also
thing to
fair.
consider.
Yeah.
It's
like,
also like one of our base human
Right,
drives.
right.
So, yeah.
And for that matter, there are a whole lot of women being like, God, I just want to find someone to fuck me. And the fact is, they can maybe do it a little easier than we can, but they still have the same problem.
Yeah, sure.
Because I feel like if a woman walked up to any man and she's like, "How about we go fuck somewhere?" That guy would like 99% of the time be like,
Yep.
"Yeah, all right."
All right, let's go.
It really kind of depends, but like more or less. I don't
Yeah,
know.
right.
Like almost any time. I can't imagine a time where I would go, nah.
I'm fairly
Except for like
certain-
5
Well,
minutes after I jerked off. That's like too soon.
No, I
I
could probably fluff it back up.
I had an instance of that happening one night at a bar, and the reason I said no is because she was way beyond
very
drunk.
Yeah, there's that's a very real. Yeah, if that's the. I think that's the.
Oh,
only,
right.
I was also fairly drunk, and I kind of realized like this is not a good
I mean,
idea.
I say that, but I've also been in that situation and said no because it was a married woman who was on a break from her husband for like a week.
like
I was
a
like,
week.
Yeah,
see.
well, like they had been on a break for a week at that moment, and I was like, as a
Told you
married,
that?
Oh, well,
She told you that
we
information.
worked together. Oh. So I knew her well enough.
See, that's where you and I differ, my friend. Because I would have been like, yeah, let's go.
But I also
I'm a single guy. I'm like, all right.
Her husband also worked there as well, so I knew both sides. And like, I don't want that.
Brakes don't count.
Brakes don't count. That's what I'm saying.
Aubrey, what do you mean brakes don't count?
I mean, brakes don't count.
Brakes don't count. Right. You're on a
Like
break.
if you're on break, you can do whatever. It's fine.
You're on a break.
Yeah.
I would agree with this.
She also had like 8 kids, and
Doesn't
I didn't-
matter. Brakes don't count.
Those kids aren't in the
As long
room.
as you ain't putting another one in her.
Well, I think that was the point.
Aubrey, my man.
My man.
My
Brakes
man.
don't count.
I kind of get it. I don't know.
I would agree with that. Yeah.
But, you know, it's complicated
Actually, it's
anyway.
funny you say that because I recently gave someone that advice.
Oh,
If you're on a break with somebody, you should do whatever you want. And this person did that on my advice. I may have ruined somebody.
Yay!
But I'm just saying, like, breaks don't count. If you want to do something, there's nothing that says you can't do it if you're not with somebody.
You know, that's the thing is like if there is such a thing as a break, if it is actually existing, it means both people agreed to it. Otherwise, they're like not
Sure.
getting back together.
So it would be different if I didn't know the husband,
Yeah, that's weird.
right?
Yeah, that
was like
that puts it in a much different light.
right?
Yeah, the I think the line there is friendship. The big line would be like if it was somebody, because I've had that happen to me before.
Yeah.
And it's like if you're friends with somebody and you're, I don't know, it's just an unspoken guy rule. It's just
think so.
it's like
Right.
you just don't go there.
No.
Yeah,
You
Right.
just don't go there. You can't.
No.
It's not cool.
Right.
it is not cool.
Not cool, dude. Not cool.
So so Dave, since you want to fuck me so badly, why don't you listen to Ben tell you why he's fucked?
Oh,
Double fake.
double fake. Oh, expertly done, sir.
Atta
I see you've
boy.
been listening to your backlog of the Dudecast.
Nicely done, the champ.
So
The champ is here.
we're fucked because you know, a car is already a big investment as it is, especially if you're getting one like new or gently used.
Yeah.
And
Use that car gently.
Gently used, the Chris Brady.
Nice.
and the problem is now because they're putting all sorts of expensive options in there. We got a brand new expensive option which shouldn't need to be an option.
Okay.
There are certain manufacturers, I can't remember exactly who, but they're going to start making cars that will sound an alert if you're about to leave your baby in the back
Oh, I
seat.
know, right?
Oh, okay.
Shit, no way.
Which is a solution that shouldn't have to exist because don't leave your fucking
in
stupid
the
kid in
backseat.
a stupid hot stupid car.
I never got. I'm not a parent, but I can't imagine that would be something that I would forget about.
No, and that's
As a mother,
and that's
as a
just
mother-
it. That's just it. I was thinking about this as I was reading about it. Like, man, like, am I willing to tacitly admit to this car dealer that I like? Yeah, I'm that level of dipshit. I'd leave my child to roast alive.
Can I get mine with the "I don't love my kid" alarm, please?
Yeah.
Thank you.
And then I got to thinking about it. I was saying earlier that this was kind of a white person
It
thing.
is a white person
I've never heard. It's always white people.
Purely a
right?
white person
Right.
thing.
Just like
well, because
What? No.
No,
What? No. Whatever it is. So anyway.
nope, not doing it.
Moving right along.
so
No,
anyway.
it is a purely white person problem. You know why? Because we've talked about this before. Because black people are on top of their kids.
Yeah.
They all gross. They're just always sitting on them.
Oh, okay.
Just doing that like sort of big Goron face,
Yeah.
like
No, but there's a thing in black culture about the stern but supportive family, right? So like there is no way that a black family would really let their kids get out of line like that. Like you know where they're at all times, and then you're
Yeah.
making sure they're behaving wherever they're at.
I mean, like, granted, this is a stereotype, but also there is some truth to
No,
this idea.
it's like a cultural thing. It's that mothers, especially mothers and grandmothers, especially. It's just it's the stern but supportive, like, you know what I mean.
I still wonder if that's like more of a remnant of the '90s.
Maybe I don't know.
I wonder if the world is changing. Like I have my ideas about what families
I'm
are like.
a fat white guy, so I don't know what I'm talking about, but that's just like my perception of being in the world. Like
Yeah.
you notice that more is that
Yeah,
you know,
right.
Black parents tend to be
They're like more willing to be like, no, like fuck you, you're misbehaving. Get in the
Right.
car. We're going home now.
Yeah.
Whereas
See,
I think
Chris, I don't see race, so I never picked up on that.
Oh, really?
Wow, congratulations.
wow, that must be
Shit, he
so
just
good
solved
for you.
racism. God damn it. Way to make
high
us look
five for
bad.
woke. Bump it for woke boys.
I think what that is white people are more willing to like wash their hands of the situation. Like, I
Sure.
can't fucking take it anymore. You know, what I mean?
but now car manufacturers are like, no, we gotta parent people's kids for them.
Yeah, right.
Which you know, I fucking hate.
Yeah, can I please get the I forgot I'm a dad option? Thank
Yeah,
you.
Yeah,
Now, I'll be devil's advocate here for a second, though. If that feature like saves 100 babies from being roasted alive,
Sure.
then I think it's not a bad idea.
Oh, I'm with you.
Yeah,
I'm with
but
you.
if- yeah,
it's
but
just,
it
it's just
shouldn't-
sad that we need it.
Right, it shouldn't have to exist.
Right,
but
yeah.
it shouldn't have to
I'm glad it
exist.
does.
And when they do come out, it better be a fucking option. I shouldn't have to pay extra for the fact that
Or a standard
people
feature.
are stupid.
Right, or like
or a
like
standard
built
feature.
in like.
But if it's a standard
requirement by
feature, it'll
law.
make the thing cost more.
Not necessarily.
Yeah.
They like the standard feature. Stuff is always going to cost more the farther along in time we get. But like the backup cameras, that's a standard
Yes.
feature now. You
Right.
have to put vehicles. With it, you know what I mean?
Seatbelts.
Oh, and that doesn't bump up the cost beyond what it would what you would expect it to be at this point in time.
Not really. Not really. You know, seatbelts is another perfect example because
Oh,
seatbelts were
seatbelts,
not
sure.
standard.
Right.
Neither was carpet in vehicles. For a long time, you used to have to pay more for carpeting, and now
Yeah.
it's just something you get. So over time, that might be something
Doors.
Right. Yeah, I mean, like, and if you're gonna like
A roof.
the thing is, if you're gonna roast your baby alive,
motor.
you want to. I think you really need to pan sear that baby first.
Well, yeah, you want
to get some of that color
You
on
want to
it.
get that good Maillard outside,
Yeah,
scrape the
right.
fond
Yeah,
off the pan.
at the
you
very
deglaze
least,
it with
at the
deglaze
very
it with
least,
some breast milk.
some butter, some thyme, some garlic.
Right.
You know.
Is this the grossest episode
you make
we
like
ever did?
a nice baby cream sauce.
Oh, baby cream. All right. Now we're talking.
It still makes me chuckle every time I go to Barry Dingle's, and on the menu it has the option of toppings for your steak.
Yeah.
And it's got shrimp, gorgonzola, baby. And what they mean is
These are
there's
baby bellas.
There's
Little baby Bella mushrooms.
yeah, but it just says baby.
I would like baby
Yeah,
on mine, please.
fresh out the womb.
And I
Yeah.
don't care where it came from.
That's what they mean.
Right.
But what it says is shrimp, gorgonzola, baby.
Just say baby mushrooms. Just add the word.
mushrooms.
It's not as clever as it is creepy.
Right.
yeah,
So they
it's
should
very
change
strange.
Was it you that was talking about Googling killing a child?
What?
In reference to coding?
Coding?
Yeah, or it was something else. I was
like
wait a minute, that
computer programming?
yeah, computer programming, like killing
Nope.
a child. Or,
Could it possibly have been? Oh wait,
I
was it
get
you?
what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like child and parent.
yes, exactly. Right. And people were like Googling killing a child or something.
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
like kill child elements.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I get you.
That was either I thought you were the one who was talking about it. I don't know where else I heard it from.
I thought you were going to say it was Christy because
I
Christy,
barely know anything about coding.
Told me something about in Derby they have that concept of what they call eating the baby, and it's a maneuver. It's a maneuver. It's like a tactic, but the thing is, like, if you're googling "eat the baby,"
Right.
like yes or no,
Squeeze a baby in your hand like Popeye with a can of spinach.
eat the baby. Advantages and
Da-da-da-da-da.
disadvantages.
right. When and when not to eat the baby.
Pros and cons. Eat a baby.
Okay, so I guess we're not fucked so much because like prices will go up because of this. Because I guess you guys have told
Yeah.
me that,
And they're also
but
they're going to go up anyway.
Yeah, right.
we're fucked
Yeah.
because this needs to exist because people just either willingly because they're like, oh, I'm just gonna be in there half an hour, my kid will
Yeah.
be fine, or they just completely forget their fucking kid is in the car.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
just
The weird thing is, I think it probably happens more than you know.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like
It's,
people just be like, that's like dad being like, oh fuck, and then
Right.
like luckily has the OnStar app
Yeah,
to be
right.
like, whoop, all right.
Yeah, but like
Because it could be one of those things where like you have another kid that's being a little shit,
Yeah.
and you're like trying to keep them in line.
You know, trying to beat the shit out of them.
trying to.
I told you to stop it.
Here's the real thing though, like if you lock your kid in the car, and you don't have any alternative, aren't you going to have that car open in 3 minutes? Because you're going to have picked up the nearest brick and smashed your
Yes.
car open.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Like,
yeah.
Like, this is more of a convenience feature than
Right.
anything, isn't it?
I suppose.
But
No one's
even
going to be like, oh, fuck, it's too late. Well, and then, like, whistle their way up to the
Just walk away from
insurance
it,
office
yeah.
and be like, well, I got to file a claim. My kid's dead.
Down one baby.
down one baby, gotta go. Oh God, now I gotta pay for a death certificate.
Hey, honey, I got some good news and bad news.
Good news. I'm going to shoot another kid into you.
And good news, I walked 8 miles today.
Good news. We don't have to go shopping for dinner.
Did you at least pan sear him first? You gotta shove a bottle of Johnson Johnson up his ass
Okay. All right.
All right.
That's too
for
much.
flavor.
It was for flavor.
Come on, people.
All right, so all right, Dave. Since you've heard how we're all fucked now, I think it's time to take a break. And
Yeah, all right, we'll be right back with smoking and drinking here on the Three Dude
I'm not
Podcast.
feeling that fucked. I'm having a hard time looking for something.
Oh wow! What
okay,
a
that
rare
must be
occurrence!
so
You wouldn't
nice.
be fucked.
Yeah, I'm honestly, I'm feeling pretty good.
All right, well,
Wow.
moving on.
Dude's got, a new
keep-
fucking gaming PC.
That is going very
Yeah, I
well.
want to see
Yeah.
that.
Why ain't you played Counter-Strike with me yet, bitch?
Yeah, that's true. We should
Counter-Strike
be playing-
sucks.
The thing is, I have not played it ever, so
It's
this will
fine.
be
It's
pretty.
fine.
Oh, it's a really generous community. They're really good at letting people in.
That's my problem.
They really like it when you're new because they're really
Right.
accommodating.
Exactly.
Here's
yeah.
the thing. Here's the thing. We can play with bots. We can play. There's casual modes. There's like deathmatch. There's a mode called Arms Race where you every time you get
Where
2
you
kills, you
run on your
get
hands.
you get a different gun, and then the first person to get to the last stage and get a kill with the knife wins.
Yeah.
There's plenty of casual stuff to do. There's no it can be as competitive or as casual as you want it to be.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But yeah, no, I don't think I really. I mean, what I was going to bitch about is stupid, but it's just that like.
Go ahead. I don't think we've talked about anything stupid so far.
Please
We
bore
haven't
us
talked
with
about
your-
cannot
anything
be-
stupid so far. So go ahead.
It cannot be any less consequential than McDouble Watch.
That's true. Well, we could get back to McDonald's watch. We're a little bit overdue for.
Oh
some
man,
McDonald's watch
me
news.
and my wife ate an entire dinner box the other day.
Yeah.
Nice.
So good. Oh yeah,
Nice.
destroyed it. Yeah.
Congratulations.
You're welcome for that tidbit.
Honestly, KFC doesn't have the double down, and I'm pissed.
I know, right?
Well, did you try that new Cheetos thing?
No.
What is?
There's
the
there's
Cheeto
the
sandwich.
Cheetos chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
No,
They
I
get,
haven't tried
it's
that.
like Cheeto dust on. They like put Cheetos in the sandwich, and
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
they like
They put like a cheesy Cheeto sauce and
Right.
and like Cheeto dust
Buttery,
all over everything.
flaky,
Maybe
right.
some actual Cheetos.
yeah
Baked in a buttery, crispy flake.
yeah. I'm surprised you haven't heard about that. It's been around for a couple months now.
It looks like
Gonna
a hot
flaky,
mess.
buttery,
Yeah.
the hot mess sandwich.
I've heard that it doesn't taste that great because you mostly just get the texture of the Cheetos and not really the flavor.
Sure.
But that's something that they're doing. That's a food crime you can witness in person.
An actual real life food
Yeah.
crime.
Oh no, baby, what is you eating?
What is that?
Sorry, no, it's just oh no, baby.
Oh no, baby.
What is you?
What
eating?
is you eating?
What is you eating?
So I was just gonna say real briefly is just that, and this is so stupid and inconsequential.
Oh my
but
God.
but the thing is, I want a fucking truck.
Yeah,
I want a truck. God damn it!
There's nothing wrong with that.
You want a truck?
Yeah.
Why didn't
want
you
truck
buy
right
a truck?
now.
when you
Truck
had
right
the-
now?
Why didn't you buy a truck when you had the chance to buy a truck?
The thing is, here's the problem I have with trucks: is when I bought my last new car was when I bought the Cruise. I bought it in like 2010, right?
Yeah.
And I bought that car for like a sticker price of like $19,500,
Yeah.
which was a lot, but like
Cruise.
reasonable for like a car, right? Like a new car, that's not that out there.
Yeah.
Right?
No, especially now.
You can't buy a truck for less than $28,000.
Yeah, not brand new.
Not
No.
new. You
Not
can't
new.
buy
Don't
one
buy
for
any
less.
brand new car.
Yeah, why would you ever buy a new car?
I don't know. I guess I won't do it again.
Don't. Yeah, because the thing is, the very second it hits the pavement on the road,
Yes.
you lose $7,000.
Yeah, right.
Immediately.
Which is super infuriating
Yeah.
to me.
It's crazy, right? Like I don't know. Like there has to be somebody out there buying new cars in order for there to be used cars. But like,
Yeah, right.
it's insane that like people buy new cars.
Like a
knowing that
lot of
fact.
people are buying new
Right,
cars.
right.
If I had like stupid money, then
Sure.
yeah, no problem.
Right.
But like,
yeah, because I'm sure like the benefits are definitely worth it at
Sure.
some point.
Well, having a new car was okay. I mean, it was
Yeah.
like,
you get to put your farts on that seat.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Although
thing
sometimes it's kind of fun to be like, fuck your farts. These are my
right.
farts now.
Yeah, right. Oh yeah, you put your own musk
yeah.
in those car seats.
Yeah, dude.
Canceling out the parts of the
Superseding
past.
those farts. Yeah.
Look at
Yeah.
me. I am the Crapton now.
I don't know. I guess I don't have much on this.
But why do you want a truck?
I want a truck for a lot of reasons. Like having a house, you kind of need one. Like I would like to, for example, bring home whole plywood sheets
right.
from Home Depot without having to have a guy cut them down into quarters.
Yes. Yeah, because
Which is embarrassing, actually.
number one, you're right. You gotta
gotta,
wait.
like-
you gotta find the guy, and
You gotta
there's
flag
never the
down
guy
someone
there.
who's a real man and be like, "Can you cut this wood for me?"
Yeah, right.
And then he puts it on a wheelie thing and he does the big gestures and he cuts it with a blade and you go,
Here you
"Thank
go.
you."
Here you go, pussy.
And you go, "Thanks, wow, mister, you're so cool."
I'm gonna go home in my truck and fuck my wife in the bed.
Wow, he's so cool. Yeah, you got to do that whole thing. It's embarrassing.
I
It's
agree.
just like I
the
would
thing
like
is, you could just buy a shitty truck and just have a shitty truck.
Right, right.
I
And
think
not
I just
try
want
It's
a
that.
shitty
totally
truck.
it's totally reasonable to buy a shitty truck.
There's nothing wrong with that. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I just want a shitty truck.
The next, I think
Yeah.
I'm almost positive the next vehicle I buy is going to be a truck.
yeah,
Yeah.
it just makes sense.
I know you're thinking about it at first.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was gonna. I just don't. It's financially speaking, it just wasn't swingable right now.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, at some point, that's gonna be the next.
I want to do things like go to a landscaping place and be like, put a bunch of dirt in it. And then
Yeah, right. And then just haul it, dump it into like the reservoir,
you drag it out with a big rake and be like, yeah,
load up all your.
Say there, sir.
Manly conversation.
yeah, manly as hell.
Right.
Say, sir, you sure you got?
Manly.
Say, sir, you sure you got enough torque and horsepower to handle all this dirt? Why, I'm glad you asked. My truck is best in class torque and horsepower.
Torque's
It's
power
the brand new
horsepower.
Torque Power 1800
from Honda, from Daewoo.
Daewoo Torque Power 1800.
The vibrations from the truck feel so good, it makes my wheelie feel funny. That's how powerful my motor is. All that torque and horsepower on my Jennets.
It's got a special.
Jennets?
It's got a special mechanism that's connected directly from the motor to your Jennets.
Comes with a
jiggles.
beer in the glove
Yeah.
box in case you forgot to bring one.
Yeah, right.
Each of my truck nuts has 2 additional truck nuts attached to it for a total of 6 truck nuts.
I have mud flaps with naked fat chicks on them. Because I have a small penis and I like naked fat chicks. Who doesn't like
Yeah,
that?
right. I mean,
I
what's wrong
feel
with that?
personally
Listen,
attacked.
I
So
like
it's relatable content.
I like naked fat chicks. I can't say anything. Not naked fat dudes. I'm ugly.
I got a bald eagle airbrushed on the side of my truck, but the guy fucked up and now it looks like a velociraptor.
That's actually way cooler than
Yeah, right.
yeah.
I want a Raptor on the side of my
yeah,
truck.
right.
Looks very unusual in
Good
front
for
of the
you. You
American
can get the
flag.
Ford F-150 Raptor,
Right. It just says the word Raptor on
which
the
is
side.
what I want. I
Oh,
want
who-
that
yeah,
truck.
that truck is
that truck
fucking
is
badass.
so good.
They are very
So
cool
badass.
looking.
so good.
Is it
I
the
want
one-
it.
Is it? It's not the 250.
It's a F-150.
The F-150. Yeah, they
okay.
make it. They make a 250 model. It's not. I call it the Raptor. It's not called the. It's not actually called a 250 Raptor. But,
Right.
but they make like a decked out version of
That
the
fucking
250.
the grill on those big ass Ford F250s or whatever it is.
They're cool, right?
They look
It just
awesome.
says Ford in
Yeah.
big
It looks
letters, yeah.
awesome.
They have
It's
to
so
put the
cool.
really big Ford emblem on the
Yeah.
front because your dick is so fat. Yeah.
I have a Ford Fusion. I thought it'd be funny if I could find something that would fit in my grill that was like that.
Yeah. Right.
Big ass Ford grill. Like cram it under the Fusion hood.
My shitty Ford Fusion.
Fake bull horns on either side of your grill.
Yeah, exactly right. I'll just chop off the back half of my car and make it a truck
You
bed.
got to put a winch on it
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then hang truck nuts off of that.
Right.
so you can pull yourself toward things.
Exactly, yeah. With like my shitty like 140 horsepower car.
So you're not
Get
pulling
mud-
anything with
Nah,
that.
dude.
Get mud flaps that constantly drag along the pavement.
Nice. Yeah.
Well, you know, I think we've gone really, really long here.
Yeah.
So
That could be.
That was a while.
we should stop now.
Yeah, just end it now.
We're just
is that a
done now.
podcast?
Yeah, that's just it now.
That's it.
Now,
That's it?
But we should take a break.
We should take a break.
Yes.
So why don't we do that? We'll be back in a minute.
Why
with-
don't we do that? Can you give me one reason not to?
Give me one goddamn good reason why we shouldn't do that right now. Do it. Do it. You won't do it. Do it.
Bye.
Yeah, I can't think of a reason why. Yeah, I think we should.
All right, bye-bye.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Three Dude Podcast. Hey, yeah.
You can find us at 3dudecast.com.
If you're wondering whether that's spelled with the numeral 3 or the word 3, the answer is yes.
We're so proud of ourselves.
We're so clever. We're such clever boys.
Wow. We've switched hosting to Podbean. You can still find us on iTunes and Google Play. So give us a like.
Yeah, give us a like, give us a listen, give us a review somewhere.
Give us a sandwich.
Give us a high five.
Give us sponsorships.
Please give us a hug.
Give us that money.
And we're back.
Yay! Baby got back.
We're back.
LA face with an Oakland
You're still listening to the 3 Dude Cast.
Yes.
And also me.
And
Dan.
me.
and me.
This is a phrase I've heard way too much from Winklevoss.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Right.
from my character Winklevoss in the D&D group.
And me.
For people, I don't. Did we? We did say it on the
We've
show.
talked about
We
it.
talked
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah, the Windowless Vanguard and Winklevoss, who's my character. So, like, oftentimes people
Man,
be like,
I'm actually like really glad that my character didn't go to jail for a very long
I
time.
am too. That could have been really horrible.
Yeah.
Because you're the character that I sit down and drink with.
Yeah, I really like playing that character because it's like pure id.
Yeah,
it's
right.
really fun for me to play.
It's
that
super
character.
important for my character because I'm in a group of people who aren't alcoholics, and my character is an alcoholic.
Yeah.
So I need someone to sit down at the bar and fist fight and drink with.
I think that says something about all of us that like our fantasy characters are like ones who
up, yeah.
like ones who don't drink.
My fantasy character doesn't drink.
Right.
That's apparently a dream of mine.
Yeah.
My fantasy character is basically me at age 20.
Yeah.
That's who my fantasy character is.
That's because I think I am literally nothing like my
Yeah.
D&D character in any way.
Same.
Yeah.
But that's why I enjoy playing that game because I like to play that character because it's fun.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and we're really good. I don't know anything about anybody else's D&D group, but
Right.
I've heard other people who are like new to D&D talk about their D&D groups, and they're like, it's so like robotic and like that's no fun. We
No,
have a
not
lot
at
of
all.
fucking fun. We spent
Yeah.
2 hours eating and drinking and fucking at the start of
yeah.
every session.
Right. Speaking of fantasies,
Yeah, and we stay in character. You got to stay in meta. That's
Oh,
super
absolutely,
important.
yeah.
Is
Yeah.
like
Right.
just talk to each other like you're your character.
I think that's the hard thing for a lot of people is like to actually sort of externalize and get into a character and
Yeah.
play a character and maybe play someone that's not actually that much like you, but like
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
is either way
Again,
consistent.
like Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yes, yeah, right. It's the method acting thing. You just be that character while you're doing it.
Yeah.
Right.
You really have to constantly ask yourself, what would this person do?
Right.
I think, well, and like for us three, it was super easy because we were talking about this a little bit off mic. Like, super easy for the three of us, Dave, me, and Ben, to do that because we've been doing it almost every Tuesday for like 5 years.
What to be like essentially some version of ourselves?
Yeah,
It's-
like to be an accentuated version of, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
to
right.
talk yourself up on microphone.
yeah.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember at first when we did the YouTube show, it kind of felt like work because you had to try and be on.
Yeah.
And then it's so much better when you don't try and do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just fuck around. You say
Right.
whatever comes
Yeah,
to
right.
mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's just how I live my life.
Yeah.
I'm just constantly saying whatever the fuck I want to people.
Yeah, it's you have been one of the easier guests to have on the show because you know what I mean. You're able to talk to the microphone.
You think
a
I'm
lot of
easy?
people pretty consistently like when they come on are afraid of the microphone.
I saw it. Oh god.
Oh no! No, I think
Technology.
Technology. Oh god.
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
I think we're all pretty good at facilitating conversation.
You say fistilitating?
fisting. We're all pretty good at fisting.
Nice.
Nice. I know I am.
Well, so
Thanks.
we were discussing since the opening segment went way longer than it usually does.
Way too long.
We're just gonna skip the middle segment and go right to the topic. How do you guys feel about that?
I hate that. That sounds terrible.
If anybody has a problem with that in the audience, you can go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we're
fuck
tired
you.
of doing this
No
all
one
day.
likes you people who listen to this show.
Don't speak now and then forever hold my peace.
Nice, nice. So speaking of holding pieces, and we're gonna get to the topic.
Is this another one of your classic segues?
Oh, I'm so good at them, right?
Yeah.
You guys
Yeah,
said
wow.
it earlier. I'm so good at
Classic
segues.
Dan.
He's the best at taking something and just gracefully
Dan.
transitioning into a new thing.
And
So good
you're
at it.
ruining the
I'm
segue.
constantly transitioning.
All right.
What?
Calm down
Anyway.
there, Ellen Jetson.
Yeah,
Dan
so this-
formers. More than meets the eye.
Okay, I see what you did there. You said Dan Former. Okay,
Yeah.
I got it.
You got it?
Yeah, I got
I'm
it.
just making sure.
Understood.
Wait,
Good.
did you got it?
Did you get it?
Yeah.
Speaking of holding pieces,
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah, so this is something that's obviously come up on the show several times, but I think it'd be really funny if we talked about Reddit.
Oh,
Because I feel like this is something we can talk a lot
talking
about.
about Reddit.
that's actually great.
Because there's so much, like, what stupid subreddits you found
I
and like
love this so
dumb
much.
recurring jokes you like on Reddit and like what specifically drew you to Reddit
Yes.
and things like that. Because I looked at my account the other day. I've been on Reddit for I think 8 years.
Oh wow.
Shit.
I'm a long time Redditor, and it's really funny. Is like when I first joined Reddit, I was initially against it. One of my friends from college was like telling me about it.
Yeah.
And like I looked at the layout, like if you just go to Reddit,
Super boring.
and you don't know what it is, it's just like, oh, what is this? It's just a bunch of links. Like, at least it used to look like that. The new Reddit looks a little bit more presentable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Which I don't see that because they usually just use it on mobile.
Old
or,
Reddit's layout was small,
yeah.
very light on. Well, not light on text, but kind of like. I mean, you're only getting a title.
It was minimalistic.
It was
Yeah.
only a couple steps away from like a BBS system.
yeah,
Yeah.
basically, yeah.
Most of those boards like that are, and like to the degree, I know 4chan still does the same. Like it's
Yeah.
largely the same kind of layout.
Yeah,
Really
it's photo,
plain-
text, original post, and then you have the
Right.
option to
Oh,
go
man,
in
can you
on-
imagine
then you
if
throw
4chan
racist slurs at everyone.
Right.
If 4chan changed the way to
No,
lay
it would
out,
be horrible.
Out, yeah,
There'd
like
be a mass
the
exodus.
uprising would be insane.
I feel like I'm gonna personally have to extend this topic because I only recently started getting into Reddit. I was a B kid, so
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Well, I feel like that would be like a ambiguation off of Reddit.
yeah, like the
they're not unrelated.
the
No,
below-
actually, they're actually quite related.
yeah, below the surface social media, right?
Yeah.
Like
Exactly. It's like it's social media in a way, in a sense that like no one actually wants to be tied to who they are.
Yeah, and I was gonna mention that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna dox anybody on this. I'm not gonna reveal.
Right.
Yeah.
I certainly don't want anyone knowing my Reddit username. I don't want to know
Right.
your guys's because.
Yeah.
Because I've been on Reddit for 8 years, I was a different person 8 years ago.
right.
There's a horrible amount of shit that I just don't want to be
Yeah.
linked to.
It's one of those things. If someone finds out your Reddit username, you're immediately like, "Oh
Sure.
my god!"
Oh fuck!
Well,
no.
like think about the early days. I think it's worth talking about like the precursors to Reddit, which were like something awful,
Right.
4chan B.
I used to be on
basically.
something awful quite a bit.
Right, so YTMND, you know what I mean? That was like
Wow, yeah.
the original shit posting, you know what I mean? Like
Right.
part of the internet.
Yeah.
Like I said, I was a B person, so I came up like 2008 when someone showed me 4chan for the
Yeah.
first time, and it's one of those things where like every once in a while I'll still flip on there and just
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, once in a while I'll jump in somewhere and just try to turn it into a Spider-Man thread. and
Yeah,
then
right.
leave.
Yeah, right. Just lurk.
This is now a Spider-Man thread. Sorry.
Just get on there and lurk.
2006 again, guys.
Right? You're right.
Yeah. So I just checked to make sure I was right on with that. Okay, I've only been on Reddit for 7.5 years, not 8 years, but still a very long
Good,
time.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't want to like.
I think you've been on for maybe 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
honestly.
You think I have been?
I've been on
Okay, I
for
thought
maybe
you
4.
said.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's one of those things. Like I definitely know that I've been on it like before it became much more popular.
Yeah.
And honestly, what drew me to the site were the AMAs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was
that's
finding
a
those
big
so
one.
fascinating. Yeah. And it was like
What are your favorite AMAs?
favorite AMAs? Well, obviously and this has been discussed on the podcast before, but like now I'm
Jose
forgetting.
Canseco.
Jose Canseco?
Jose
Yeah.
Tell me you're thinking
Canseco.
of Woody Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson
The,
was
the
classic.
Rampart
I
one.
was there for that. I saw that happen live.
The Rampart AMA is unquestionably one of the funniest things
It's
to look
so
back
good.
through. It's just like, because even when he was being called on it, they just stuck to the line, just
Right.
everything's about Rampart. Go see Rampart.
The Morgan Freeman AMA, classic disaster.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't remember what happened on that one.
So like they posted a picture of him like sleeping on a couch, and then there was a note photoshopped onto him that said like the AMA details to make it look like he was actually be there. So everyone immediately picks up on the fact that it was going to be just
Yeah.
it wasn't going to be him at all. It was
Yeah,
going to be
right.
some publicist or
intern.
whatever. Yeah,
Yeah.
some intern. And it like the thread immediately like everyone immediately turned on it.
Yeah,
And
right.
it was great. It was so good. They like it shut down within like 12 minutes or whatever.
Yeah.
yeah.
The Barack Obama AMA was huge.
I remember that.
That was massive. It was like he only was on there for like 12 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They actually answered a fair number of questions.
He
I
did,
feel like,
yeah,
for 12
right.
minutes.
Right. To be fair.
To be fair.
But yeah, he answered a few questions on there.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, stuff like that was like kind of what drew me to the site.
Yeah.
And like,
The Jose Canseco one is still the funniest single line of Reddit text for me ever is from the Jose Canseco AMA.
I know exactly which one.
Yeah,
you're
it was,
thinking of.
it was something along the lines.
Someone asked him about his bat, right?
Yeah,
His
somebody.
favorite bat he ever used.
Yeah.
And he
Right.
describes it.
Jose Canseco, well-known piece of garbage, right? Somebody asked him like, "Oh, the game this particular game, what was the bat you used? Because I noticed it was different than what you used for this." And he like explained it in detail, like, "Oh, that was this such and such. I used it because of this reason." And then somebody underneath that, somebody different, commented, and I quote, "Nice. You ever try shoving that up your fart box?"
Highest voted comment in the entire
Never
thing.
not
Yeah,
funny.
it's so funny.
Shoving that
Nice.
up your fart box.
The best part about that is it starts with nice.
that immediately turns.
Nice. You ever try shoving that up your fart box? It's such a funny. It's so
just,
funny,
as, just
yeah.
as casual as you please.
Yeah.
I can't remember what got me started on Reddit. I feel like it was either Ask Reddit or Today I Learned.
Yeah, Ask Reddit is really fun too. It's one of those where I just want to kill some time.
Yeah.
I'll go on there and just like, and like I will say a lot of the same questions get brought up very regularly now.
They do.
Yeah.
But it's still fun, to go on there and see, especially if there's like a new, like something that I've never seen on there before.
Yeah.
It's always interesting as well.
Tales from Tech Support is great.
Yeah.
Pretty much all the time.
Yeah. So like there's Tales from Retail, obviously
Yeah.
something that I latched onto, and then also Tales from Pizza Delivery Guy.
Oh, really?
No, Tales from the Pizza Guy. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I've never
gotta
heard of
be
that
good.
one.
It's very it's pretty good, yeah, for sure. Because like again, I also used to deliver pizza,
Yeah.
So I relate to a lot of the stuff on there, of course.
I was following one for a little while, but it ended up I don't know, the content kind of staled for me, but it was called "I Don't Work Here, Lady."
Okay,
Just
right?
stories of being mistaken for a retail employee.
Oh yeah,
And getting shouted at.
Oh man. Okay, because I have a bunch of those.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna have to go look that up because we.
go anywhere wearing your work uniform,
Yeah.
and people will approach you as if you work there.
Yep.
And even though it's not even the same logo.
I know.
anywhere
I
related to the
just
uniform.
ghost people. Like I got to the
Yeah.
point where it's like for some reason it's so annoying to me to get mistaken somewhere that I just fucking ghost people when they
Yeah.
ask me. It's like no.
Yeah. No,
No, we're not doing that.
Yeah, I just take my work shirt off and rock my undershirt if I have to go somewhere after work because I don't want to deal with it. Yeah.
See, I came in, like I said, I was like a 4chan kid. So,
Right.
like, I came from, like, the most disgusting.
Yep.
4B in particular was described as
Yeah.
the asshole of the internet.
It was and is.
It's just like
Always
the,
has been,
the
always
worst
will be.
possible place. But, like, from that comes some of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life. There's some funny shit that
The
happened.
thing is, it's not funny, but
Right.
when they do something like order 30 pizzas when the Discovery Channel gunman guy has the building held hostage.
That's right. Jimmy Russell's. I was there for that. Jimmy Russell's.
I remember checking that. I saw that day. I was at work, so I didn't
Yeah.
get to spend a lot of time in
Jimmy
there.
Russell's. I was there for that.
Yeah, I remember people were calling every pizza shop within like a 2-mile, 3-mile
and
radius.
ordering. Yeah, they
know,
reported
just
it live. The thing is, I was laying in bed watching that happen on the TV,
Yeah.
and then like watching the thread as it unfurled.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm the Discovery Channel gunman, and I'm really hungry.
Yeah. Right.
And they used to get up to some pretty innocuous shit like that,
Yeah,
like
right.
the Habbo hotel raids.
Yeah. Pool's closed.
Pool's closed.
Pool's closed.
A lot of
I'm
this
not
is
familiar
covered.
with that one.
The Habbo Hotel.
So-
No.
This is covered very well by the internet historians.
Yes.
Yeah. So Habbo Hotel was like this
06.
isometric visual chat room.
Okay.
Where kids could go and create an avatar, walk around and chat with one another. Well, so 4chan got a hold of this and had this organized thing where you would just create a black guy with a huge afro wearing a suit, and all of them all of these well-dressed be-afroed men would get in front of the pool in the back area of the hotel.
Yeah,
And since you can't move past other players, they would just stand there and say, "Pool's closed.
Pool's closed."
It's full of AIDS."
Oh, that's right. I forgot it.
There's only one ladder that would let you get into the pool, so they would just stand in front of
Block
it.
the ladder.
Anyone in
closed.
the pool is trapped. Anyone outside the pool can't get in.
Pool's closed.
God, that's great.
Hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of people, just for like months, for like a while.
Was it like organized? Were they like taking shifts?
Yeah, people. There was always
No,
somebody.
yeah, there was always like a master thread where anyone who's in the Habbo
Incredible.
hotel raid come
Pool's
here.
closed.
Incredible.
Yeah, pool's
It's really
closed.
kind of brilliant.
Yeah, it's great.
Because it's
so
also
funny.
like it's totally innocuous. It's
Yeah.
only annoying to the devs and the users. It's
Yeah.
not harmful in any way.
Yeah,
It really
Yeah.
isn't. Yeah.
There was a similar thing called Coke Music, where it was also like an isometric, top down kind of visual chat room. But the difference was you could use like preset samples to make your own tracks.
All right.
And
Did you hear that?
I did hear that.
What was that?
That was the dog burping after licking his nuts for 10 solid minutes. And he just went back in.
Well done, sir.
Nicely done.
Well done.
He just sat up.
bravo.
He sat up and looked around like, what?
Nice.
Sorry. You were saying.
So anyway, you had like a preset bank of samples, and you would put them together to make dance music. And so there was like a stage in each area, where you could get up and play your music, and people would give you like thumbs up and whatever, and you use those thumbs up to get new Coke related stuff for your digs.
Okay.
Coke paraphernalia. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, exactly. So Something Awful had their own thing that they did for that, which were the Genos. And the Genos were dressed in all gray, blank paper white skin, shaved heads, and they referred to every other player as prismatics, as in like people who wore colors and had color to them, and talked about going on the path of the gray. And the only songs they would play was just a cowbell in 4/4 time over and over for like 3 minutes. And I didn't get it at the time. I was really young at the time. I didn't get that this was a Something Awful thing, but it definitely was.
Yeah.
So
It's
weird.
So good.
Oh god, I love that, though.
I thought they were weird and kind of funny. In retrospect, it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
No,
That's really funny.
and like 4chan for a long time would do things like they would hijack the clap. Yeah, that was good.
Hey.
I didn't pick up on that right away. They would do things like the Time, Pool's closed. The Time Person of the Year award. They would hijack that because you vote online.
Right.
They would hijack that every year. At one point, they
any
made,
online vote.
and they successfully voted Kim Jong Un and Moot as Person of the Year. True story.
Yeah.
Like they
It's one of those things where they win all the time, but then they have to take it down.
Sure.
They're not going to
Right.
actually
Right.
do that.
Or
Same
like-
with the Mountain Dew thing.
Yeah, or like naming that one boat Bodie McBoatface.
Yes.
Which actually they did. They went
They
through
did.
it.
Yeah, they did.
Right.
Yeah, right.
There is an official
All right.
British exploration boat vessel named Bodie
Bodie
McBoatface in the RMS like Bodie McBoatface, which is fucking brilliant.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Yeah, they
and
were
also like that again, it's like really harmless. Like
It's- exactly.
it's not
it's harmless.
rude or crude or
Yeah.
like that. Like
Yeah.
yeah.
Unlike the flavors of Mountain Dew they recommended.
Right.
my favorite.
Hitler did nothing wrong.
Yeah.
My
Gushing
favorite
gravy.
anonymous story. My favorite B story.
Yeah.
Is this was early on 4chan or earlier. This is like 07, 06, something like that.
Okay.
It was basically this guy who had just got hired as CEO of a internet security company that was based out of Australia. And he boldly and stupidly said publicly when he got hired for this position, he dared the members of Anonymous. He dared the quote. I'm putting that in quotes because it's
Yeah.
really funny if you get it. The members of Anonymous.
Yeah, whenever
Right.
people are like, "Oh, come get me, Anonymous."
Yeah, come and get me, Anonymous.
It's not a thing.
It's
Right.
it's an internet security company, and he basically dared Anonymous to break into their servers, which of course they did within the first 24 hours.
Yeah.
And like successfully crashed this internet security company's website,
so
hacked
good.
into and published all their personal email files.
Now
like all
that's
the-
a bit. That's a bit.
well, like
far.
not personal, like I mean work email files, like all their
Yeah.
like individual. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And basically what it boiled down to, and there's a conversation sheet that you can look at and watch from a bunch of people who are like in a chat room.
Yeah, the full thread, right?
It's the full thread of like, and like somebody from the company goes on and is like, please, someone from the board is like, what do we have to do to get you to stop? Because it was like,
Yeah, right.
it was like a week of this, and they're like, we will do anything that you want, please, because this company's credibility is basically trashed at this
Right?
point.
Yeah, right.
They're like, please stop.
ruined.
And they're like, all right, fire this guy, number one, which they did.
Yeah.
I bet.
And I can't remember what else they made him do, but everybody fucking like backed off, and this dude like lost his job within a week.
Yeah. Well, it's a really stupid thing to do.
Why
Yeah.
would you ever anger the body that is the anonymous internet?
I think the more that you know about internet security, the more you realize that, and this is like kind of fucked up, but it isn't a thing. It just isn't.
Oh, yeah, right. It
People are
doesn't
always
exist.
ahead of it.
Yeah,
There's
right.
a level of it, but
Yeah.
there's never
Yeah.
you're never completely
Yeah,
safe.
if you're on
Yeah.
the surface level internet, you're never going to tap into it. But like,
Right.
if you invite people to come to
Right.
you, they will come to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the thing
Nice.
too. That's the thing too that people don't get. Like there is no anonymous. There is no organization.
No, it's a bunch of-
it's the chaos that
Who is
is
this hacker
unrestricted internet. And
Yeah, right.
And on the one hand, that's a great thing. It's great that the internet is so free and unrestricted, and you
Sure.
can just kind of do what you want.
On the other hand, it's fucking terrifying.
On the other hand,
yeah.
yeah, it's a lawless hell that
Right.
You know, we make constructs that resemble law and order, and you know,
I will fight the president of this anonymous.
yeah, right.
Who is your leader?
Leaders and anonymous, right? No, nobody. It's a bunch of fucking dudes,
Yeah.
like in their
Yeah.
apartments.
It's dudes like us, but smarter.
Yeah, right. Just dicking around on their computer. Right. They successfully got Oprah to say over 9,000 penises.
Yeah.
On her show.
Yeah. You want to give some context for,
remember that.
Yeah, right.
for people that don't know what that is? You want to explain what that is?
So it was basically when she was going through she was
9,000.
promoting like Family Watchdog, which in itself is actually a pretty.
I love that game.
Yeah.
Family Watchdogs 2.
Yeah.
A new one's coming out. It looks sweet.
No, she was like promoting Family Watchdogs, and somebody went on the I started as a B thread.
Yeah.
Basically, it was like, hey, let's see if we can get Oprah to say over 9,000. So somebody went on her message board on their website, and it said something like, "We do not forgive. We do not forget. We have over 9,000 penises, and they're all raping children." Right.
something
Which
some
is
awful
fucked up.
shit.
Which is really fucked up.
Right.
But also,
point-
they weren't doing that,
No,
first
right.
of all.
No,
well,
it's-
not all 9,000 of them. Certainly.
And she read on her.
Sorry.
She's like, I'd like to read you something from our message board. Somebody said, "We do not forgive. We do not forget.
Yeah.
We have over 9,000 penises."
And from that moment,
Everybody
the internet
went,
won. The internet
Everybody went,
won.
yeah.
Just it's a lawless hell, and I think part of the reason, to get back to Reddit, I think
Yeah.
part of the
Yeah,
reason why Reddit is so nice is that number one, it introduces a bit of law to what is
Yes.
otherwise
you
a
have
lawless
it. You
hell.
have a username. That you're there's
Yeah.
some accountability
You're,
there.
you're
Yeah.
accountable
Tied to
for
it,
what
yeah.
you write.
Yeah.
And then also the fact that Reddit is not just like one community. It's not just
Right.
like one thing.
Right.
You know,
As was not 4chan either, for what it's worth.
Yeah, sure.
like
Yeah.
But most people were there for B.
sure.
Right.
And going
Or
to
R9K.
you know, if
Or
it-
poll.
Paul.
if you look at the shit I'm subscribed to on Reddit, like you'll get a pretty accurate picture of my life.
Yeah.
But you'll also see some pretty diverse and distinct communities. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
You know, I subscribe to the bowling subreddit. I'm
Yeah.
also subscribed to gaming.
Yeah.
I'm also subscribed to Comedy Heaven.
Oh, I love that subreddit. I
which
love
is
that one. It's so
just
good.
unbelievably bizarre.
Comedy Heaven, if I understand the concept, is something that like is an attempt to be funny and isn't funny, but it's so unfunny in a way that it comes around and becomes funny again.
Yes, it's gone to comedy hell and has been resurrected to comedy.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's somehow paid its due
Yeah.
and is
Yeah.
resurrected.
So there's it starts with Comedy Cemetery,
Right,
which is something
yeah.
that's so unfunny that it just kills comedy.
Yeah.
okay.
And then it can go one of two ways: Comedy Heaven, which is that it's so unfunny that it's ascended, or Comedy Necrophilia, which is so unfunny and it becomes funnier because people beat a dead horse over it.
Oh yeah, right.
Okay.
There's also
What the hell?
Oh,
I don't know what the hell that is.
Chris, what are you doing?
Chris?
Grass?
Were you dragging something? Oh, I heard something drag.
It's really loud.
What the fuck was
I don't
that
know.
sound?
You dragging a digger along the
I don't know.
ground?
Aubrey might be watching something upstairs. I don't know. Anyway,
Everyone shut the fuck up!
anyway, if
It's a very professional show.
I believe too, there's also like a comedy hell, a comedy purgatory.
Yeah.
Like it gets into weird territory. Gosh, I wish I could. Oh, I also follow Am I Being Detained?
Okay.
Am I Being Detained is so much fun. I consider it a sister sub of Public Freakout, although I don't think they're really related. They have
There's-
a lot of similar content.
There's some Venn diagram overlap between
Yeah.
those two. Am I Being Detained is a subreddit that follows sovereign citizens and all of their exploits.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Interesting. That sounds really fascinating, actually.
Yes, God, the whole sovereign citizen thing is a real great rabbit hole to just dive down into sometime. Like it's so the language that they invent, you know, to try to get away with driving drunk or like
Yeah. Well, there's the great distinctions are like things like I'm not driving, sir. I'm traveling.
traveling. Yeah.
And I'm allowed to legally travel as I wish,
Yeah,
by the way.
I'm not a United States citizen.
sovereign citizen.
I am a citizen of the state. I am not a United States citizen. I am not under federal jurisdiction.
Yeah.
Like all of this, like, you know, pseudo,
Mental gymnastics.
yeah, pseudo
It's linguistic
legal-
tricks that don't mean anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. I believe the title bar of that sub still says P. Barnes for president. The guy who famously whipped out the taser at the courthouse.
Nice.
What do you want to do? What do you do? Why? How does he say it? Like, you must be doing something wrong in there.
Well, if you don't allow cameras, God's not. God's not worried about cameras, sir. I am.
What?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So weird. I will
Yeah.
say, I think one of my favorite.
Do you hear that?
Yeah, it's.
It's thunder,
Is that
Holy
thunder?
shit.
guys. It's Ben. Are
Thunder.
you good?
Feel the thunder.
Yeah, I just aspirated a little
Lightning
bit.
and the thunder.
Is that thunder? Are you sure?
It's thunder.
Feel the thunder.
Thunder. Will you shut up there? You're trying to record a show.
Yeah, God, will you stop it with the
Cut
thunder?
Shut
God is bowling in heaven.
I get it.
Fuck you, Thor.
I feel like I'm the odd man out here because my subreddit subscriptions are very strange.
Oh, dude. So I was
So-
going to
so are
mention
many of mine.
one of my favorite strange subreddits. Have you guys seen Subreddit Simulator?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, it's so good.
love
It's
subreddit
so
simulator.
good. It basically it's like machine learning,
I want to look these up.
like Reddit posts, like
Oh,
where it
wait.
just like takes like
Is it only bots that are allowed to post
yes,
in the sub?
it's
Yeah.
only bots that are allowed to post, and only bots can write comments too.
Right.
So not only are the
Aggregate comments
not
as
only
well.
are the posts like bizarre and strange, but also the comments are just complete non sequiturs. It's just really fun to see what pops up
Bo.
there.
Both scared.
Yeah, and then like bots reply to each other's comments. Like
Yeah.
So what it is like each bot represents a single subreddit.
Right.
And so they'll post and comment using aggregates of posts and comments from that subreddit.
Right.
Yeah.
So like you might have like a politics subreddit make the original post, and then like the cooking subreddit makes the first reply, and then like the fucking I don't know if there's an S&M subreddit might reply to that.
Yeah.
Right.
As if there's not definitely out there.
Well, I think it keeps the NSFW subreddits out of that,
Oh, okay.
just for because you would see all kinds of shit, obviously. But
Right.
yeah.
Right.
That's the other thing is like Reddit's actually kind of much larger than you would.
Oh, yeah,
think
there's
from
a
the
lot of
surface.
porn subreddits.
Oh yeah, for so many of them.
Not just
Every
porn
specific
subreddits.
taste that you might have.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Not that I've examined these.
No,
Have you guys
I
seen
would never.
Have you guys seen the subreddit for It's Old Ladies Baking Pies?
No, is that a
No.
thing?
What it is? Listen.
Similarly,
So-
there's one for monks drinking beer.
Old Ladies Drinking Pies is a subreddit where it'll be like the post will
Old
be
ladies
titled.
drinking pies?
Did I say drinking pies?
You did. It said old ladies
No,
drinking
he-
pies.
Old Ladies
He
Baking
said
Pies.
baking, yeah.
Old Ladies Baking Pies will have it'll have a post like woman sinks her fingers into a hot dripping pie. And then it's like you open up the picture and it's a fucking old lady making a pie.
That's awesome. That reminds me of the subreddit "People Fucking Dying."
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is it essentially like the people watch people die inside, or is it different?
No, it is completely exaggerated titles like that for completely innocuous posts.
Okay.
So it's like man mauled alive by 4 dogs. It's like a bunch of puppies like running all over the person.
Okay.
And yeah, it's great. It's really, really funny.
Reminds me of one of my favorite posts from the hockey subreddit, which is always a treat to visit, especially because whenever the Super Bowl comes around, they'll make a Super Bowl thread.
Right, I've seen that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of hockey fans being like, where the fuck is all the ice?
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
one of
the best things Reddit does is pretend to not get it.
Get it.
Right.
yeah, one of my favorite things from there is a clip, a gif of the San Jose Sharks player Tomas Hertl, going up and fist bumping a kid, on the other side of the glass.
Okay.
And the fucking title says Hertl punches kid through glass.
I love it.
Oh man, yeah. So like the NBA subreddit is also a lot of fun as well if you're an NBA fan. So like they'll also have like those 50-50 titles where like you don't know if it's a genuine title or a joke title or not.
Sure.
Like that
right.
scenario.
Yeah.
It's like somebody airballs a shot really badly. It's like so and so pulls up deep from 3, and then like you click the link and it's just like a massive airball.
Love it.
The really funny thing is, so like this is probably not going to make sense if you're not a big NBA fan, but there's a player Ben Simmons who plays for the Philadelphia 76ers, who
feel like
is
I've
in
heard
a,
that name.
he's in his third NBA season or going into his third NBA season, and he has yet to attempt a 3-point shot. Yeah. Just
Okay.
which is weird in this if you know the NBA right now,
In this era,
it's mostly centered around shooting 3-pointers.
Yeah.
So like every single time, like in every single game thread, whenever he touches the ball, it's like shoot the 3-point shot, you coward. So
You coward.
yeah. So last season, the 76ers traded for a player named Jonathan Simmons, who used to play for the Orlando Magic.
Yeah.
And so when Jonathan Simmons made his first 3-point shot, like the title was Simmons makes first 3-point shot as 76er.
That's so good.
They bait people into seeing that.
There was a very similar one too on the hockey sub, which was
You can get rid of these hiccups, bud.
I know I'm doing my damnedest.
You okay?
Yeah,
Hey, what year did you graduate high school?
2006.
Ah, fuck. Didn't work.
It doesn't work all the time. It was good for a while.
What?
that
Why?
work?
Do you still have hiccups?
Yes.
Yeah.
So the thing is, it actually did work for a while, but I don't know if it works all the time.
Yeah.
What's the trick? I don't get it.
You just say something weird to distract people.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did it to a lady at Dollar General. She had hiccups while she was ringing me out. And I was like, hey, by the way, what's your middle name? When I was on my way out the door. And she's like, such and such. And I'm like, do you still have your hiccups? And she was like, no. And then I just walked out of the store.
She's like, burn the witch!
All right. So it works on some
They
people.
like cut your toe off to use in some ritual.
Right.
Gives a shit about the fucking toe. So anyway, they posted one day that the general manager of the Ottawa Senators, Dave Cameron, had resigned, and they just put Dave Cameron resigns, and like a bunch of British people.
Oh, nice.
And they click the thread. They realize like, oh, you motherfuckers.
They must have put that on like a world news sub or something where like it wasn't immediately obvious,
right.
right?
Well, no,
really
they
funny.
just upvoted it to the front page.
Oh, right.
They
Yeah,
just
so
mass
if you're
upvoted
browsing
it.
by all, then
Yeah,
you would
right.
see it there. Yeah.
Okay, so, and Dave, I think you're the one who showed me this, and I took a deep dive down the rabbit hole on this.
Which one?
It's a string of several subreddits.
The world problems.
The world problems. So it starts with first world problems, second
yeah.
world problems, third world problems.
This is the best series of subreddits on Reddit, I believe.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Fifth World Problems.
Yeah.
Fifth World is
It's
fucking
so
great.
good. I love it.
Oh, so what's fifth world? Because it's
Fifth
been a
world
while.
will be
since
shit
I've
like
looked at
the hole in the
while.
wall ate my frying pan again, but unfortunately my son has been gone for 3 days, and he's the one that normally goes in there to get it.
Right. It's this like really strange, bizarre.
Right.
I know the only thing I took the deep dive down a bunch of these. One of them is just an entire subreddit of like it's like 847th world problems.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's just like a bunch of wasps.
Well, that's when you reach millionth world problems.
Yeah, right.
It's just the wasps, and actually, I'll have you know, the wasps launch raids on previous world subreddits because they're attempting to take over the world with wasps. And so, like, their posts will just be like, their posts are just shit like,
You're right.
and then other guys will come in and be like,
Yeah, right.
yeah.
It's insane.
Oh, speaking of bizarre things like that, there's I think it's the subreddit cat. And it's just people saying the word cat, and then every reply is the word cat.
Right.
And
Yeah.
if you don't reply the word cat, you're banned.
Yeah, right. Cat.
Yeah. It's like
I think it's a picture of a cat, and then it says cat, and then every reply is cat.
cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you don't reply cat, you're banned.
I love these like when Reddit takes an idea and runs with it.
Yeah.
There's a really good example I just thought of.
that?
There was an Ask Reddit thread years ago where the question was, which celebrity do you think is secretly gay?
Okay.
And literally every comment in the thread was Tom Cruise.
I remember this. I saw this on the Museum of Reddit.
Literally every comment was Tom Cruise, and it was like just
I saw the-
pages
it's
of Tom
unbelievable.
Cruise, and it's just like as if everyone understood at once like what they had to do.
Yeah, right.
The other thing that's notable is it's like there's not a lot of obviously removed comments.
Yeah.
I don't even know if there are any removed comments.
Right. And then like there's some where it's just like, oh, I think so and so is gay, but also Tom Cruise.
Yeah, right.
And it's like,
It's beautiful. Like when
it's
the internet
incredible, yeah.
coordinates around
Yeah.
a stupid idea like this. And also Tom Cruise is probably gay.
Oh, yeah, he's super
yeah, there's
gay.
no way he's not gay.
super gay. Which dude just come out.
Just dude,
Just
come on.
leave whatever.
well, the problem with him being gay is he's also a Scientologist,
Yeah, I
and they
know.
really don't like that.
Hey, you know,
Yeah, they're
I
weird
thought
about
about
that.
Yeah.
joining Scientology.
Yeah?
Did you actually?
I think I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you should do that.
no.
Yeah, no, I think I'm going to do it.
No.
No,
don't
you should
do that.
absolutely. That's a good idea.
I want to get my meter read or whatever the fuck
Yeah,
they do.
right.
Did I tell you about the one time I walked past a Scientology office in Pittsburgh?
No.
Because they have one on Carson Street.
No shit.
Yeah, it's like pretty far east on Carson, like much farther than you'd normally walk down there. But I was walking by, this is years ago. I was with Matt Craig and also with Amber. We
Yeah.
were walking down the road, and I see the place, and Matt Craig wants to go in. He's
Yeah,
like,
right.
I want to go inside.
That
I'm
would
like,
be the first thing I would want to do.
Yeah,
too.
absolutely.
I feel like you should know
Right.
that that's exactly what I want to do.
Well, what I said was, dude, don't go in there.
Oh,
right?
yeah, that's exactly why I would
Sure.
want to go in there.
The thing is, I say this to him, and he's going, "Nah, I'm going to go in." And I'm like, "Man, don't go in there. Those people are fucking crazy." And
Yeah.
then after I say this, I notice there's a woman leaning against the wall, like down the way, smoking a cigarette. She goes, "You know, we're not all that bad," and flicks her cigarette and walks inside.
That's
And I-
awesome.
And I went, "Oh, it feels bad."
Yeah,
But also, they're all fucking crazy.
they are. They're all
Yeah.
fucking crazy.
Right. Yeah.
All
They're
of them.
nuts.
Every one of them.
And I didn't know this until somebody pointed it out to me at your house.
Yeah,
Will Smith is probably a Scientologist.
Yeah.
she's almost definitely a Scientologist.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fucked up.
It is
Right.
fucked up.
Yeah.
It also, though, kind of explains that weird, indescribable weirdness about, like, I don't know, how would he call it?
Whiteness. He has a very distinct whiteness about him.
has a
Let's just be real here. He's like one of the whitest black people that you're ever
Yeah, but
gonna
like
see.
when you're saying whiteness, what you
most
really mean?
Scientologists are like really fake happy.
yes,
Yeah, that's
yes,
it.
the
Seems like
creepy,
they're- yeah,
creepy,
right.
phony, like,
Right.
Yeah.
It's actually a thing I recognize.
how are you today, dear?
It's a thing
Yeah.
I recognize
Yeah.
in like Mormonism. Of, like,
Yes, exactly.
It's like
little
everything
bit.
is fine in us,
Which
We're
is
all
how I
fine.
think a lot of black people think of white people, is like the very overtly like
everything's fine.
everything's fine, everything's good. Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. There's a distinct whiteness about Will Smith.
I know what you mean, and
Yeah.
you're right. There
Yeah.
kind of is.
Right. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm just trying to be weird about it, but that's like what that's what I think.
Howdy neighbor kind of.
Sure. Right.
Yeah,
Yeah. Ned Flanders kind of
Yeah,
disposition.
right.
yeah.
I
He has
diddly
a certain
ho.
Flandersian quality about him. Flanderian,
Flandersian.
Flandersian,
Flandersic.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Flandersical.
Fantastic.
Speaking of dicks, do you guys do any of the circle jerk subreddits?
Oh god, the circle jerk subreddits. So there's one that's I feel like it's the atheism circle jerk.
Oh, that yeah.
That one's a lot of fucking
It's
fun.
a lot of fun, but it's also like, oh man, like
Like
it's
the cringiest shit
right.
on the
It's
internet.
like too close to real.
Oh, it is. It
Yeah.
is too. It is
Yeah.
real.
Right.
Those dudes are fucking everywhere.
Well, probably not.
Well, no.
Oh, so explain this to me because I have no idea what this is.
Well, like
So okay. So a circle jerk is when people
It's a
basically
punk band from the late 70s.
True. It's also when a bunch of dudes get around in a circle and jerk each other off.
Yes.
But also on Reddit,
as it applies to Reddit.
as it applies to Reddit, a circle jerk is basically a bunch of people applauding themselves on the same things
yeah.
over and over again. So like, because you'll see, like, if you ever go to the pic subreddit, invariably there will be some post where it's not a good picture, but it has like a story in the title that's
yeah.
supposed to make you feel bad about not upvoting it.
Yeah.
So it's like shitty photography that's inspirational because of how
Yeah,
they
it's
got
like,
it.
this is the painting that my grandma made 4 years before she
Before she
I almost got that wrong. 4 years before she died of leukemia or whatever. And like,
Yeah.
this is the day that she was blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
it's like
you ever shove that up your fart box?
right, exactly. It's like a shitty, like, not well framed, off color picture, but it has like 10,000 upvotes because people feel bad about not
Yeah.
upvoting that.
Yeah.
That's not what this is for, you fucking plebeian.
Exactly
Yeah,
right. Yeah,
right,
like
yeah.
I go to the pic subreddit to view
Yeah,
like
right.
good looking photos.
I'm
Yeah.
consistently that person that's like, yeah, I don't care. This is not what this is
No,
for.
yeah, right. But so like a circle jerk subreddit is something that basically takes that idea and runs with it.
Okay.
And basically like makes fun of how ridiculous that thing is. But there's lots of different circle jerk subreddits. So there's the main one, which is making fun of all of Reddit, and then there's like ones that are making fun of specific subreddits like atheism,
Yeah.
circle jerk.
People will cross post shit like that, or like
Yeah.
basically like link in posts from other subreddits.
Yeah,
right?
because
They'll be like,
the jokes kind of carry over. Because if it's a popular enough subreddit, then circle jerk will also make fun of it, but it's also on the specific circle jerk Reddits. I really enjoy gaming circle jerk because
Oh, yeah.
God.
as much as there's some good stuff that shows up in the gaming subreddit, but a lot of it is look at this scantily clad woman cosplaying in quotes this character from a video game, and all these like really cringy neckbeards are like jerking off over it. It's like, oh my god, yeah, fuck.
Oh, fuck yeah. Okay.
oh, it's so
Feet
embarrassing.
must smell amazing.
God,
Exactly,
it's
yeah.
so horrible.
I feel like I'm doing a disservice to everybody at this table and the people listening if I don't recommend the r/titty drop subreddit.
Is that, Chris, exactly what it,
It is
sounds
exactly
like?
what you think it is. It's like usually slow motion shots
Yeah.
of women
Tits
pulling
falling
their
out of shirts.
No, it's
Just
real
tits
good.
falling out of shirts. It's great.
It's very
It was-
good.
For the record, it was recommended to me by a woman, so I'm not that much of a pig.
No.
It is at equal points hypnotic, arousing, and really funny.
Yeah.
because it's just what it sounds like.
I can appreciate a good titty drop.
R/titty drop.
We gotta mention fucking the flying beehole challenge.
Yes.
Oh my God.
We have. Yeah, we talked
Is,
about
is
it
it
on the
flying or running?
running.
I think
It's
it's
the
running.
It's the
Running,
running.
yeah.
beehole
I'm
challenge.
sure we have talked about
We
it.
talked
but
about it on
bears-
the last episode with Chuck. Actually,
bears
Talking about it on this
repeating.
podcast.
Yes,
So
yeah.
just once
It bears
again,
repeating because it's fucking
in
hysterical.
case you haven't seen it,
check out the running beehole challenge.
it literally was started as a response to like a video where I think the original post was someone on Twitter said like I was texting a girl and her boyfriend responded with this video, and it was just a video of a guy punching the camera a couple times and then jumping and landing with his asshole on the camera, which is a really funny way to
So
respond
funny,
to someone
yeah.
that won't leave your girl alone.
Yeah, really, really funny.
But then I think the next one
didn't know that.
that's the origin story. So some porn star I think took that and ran with it, literally ran with it,
yeah.
because she did like across a room run jump. She did the one that was probably the best.
Yeah.
yeah, the perfect
It's
Right,
slow mo,
square
Really, yeah,
on the
Totally
starfish.
nailed it, yeah.
She
Like,
just
great.
collides, boom, like
Butthole first on the lens.
right on the
yeah.
lens, like
Well, she's a professional.
yeah,
so-
she goes like
Right.
yeah.
It's really funny. It's just what it sounds like. It's people running at the camera and showing the camera their butthole
And the thing is, it
as
doesn't even
directly
ma-
as possible.
It doesn't even matter when they miss.
Yeah.
It's so
Yeah.
fucking
It's just
funny.
really
And
funny.
usually, like, the reaction afterwards is always really funny. Like, they're laughing to themselves at how ridiculous
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The footage is so funny. Just the idea, even the very idea, because it still strikes me that this is something men do
Yeah,
that
right.
women would ordinarily never do.
Right.
Yeah.
And yet somehow it has this beautiful following of such an absurd idea being played out to its most extreme.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's really funny. There's not one of those videos that's not hilarious.
They're all good.
Yeah. just naked people running at a camera showing them.
Just colliding genitals first.
Right.
It's so
Onto
funny.
the lens of
yeah.
a camera.
Right.
Really
So
funny. I would do it well, first of all, if I would feel comfortable editing.
If I wouldn't break my bed. I would do
right.
it.
Right.
It's always onto a bed.
Yeah, well, it's just the safer way to do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know?
Have you guys seen what is it called? Fuck. Now I'm gonna forget what it is.
r/dead air.
R
It's a subreddit.
Hogs Gone Wild.
I'll think of the name in a bit, but it's a subreddit.
PAWG?
Yes.
It's a subreddit where people pretend to know each other and they all live in the same town. It's called Have We Met?
Okay.
Have you never
That
heard of
sounds
this one?
great. That sounds awesome.
It's called Have We Met, and the idea is people all post as if they live in the same town. And they have a growing mythology of what's in the town. So there's like buildings and houses and like areas that are familiar and a pond and things. And they're agreeing to all pretend that it's basically something like a community bulletin board where someone will post something like, have you guys seen Trevor? Because we were supposed to meet up at the lake and exchange email addresses, but he never showed. And I think the last time that I saw him was over at Susan. So Susan, if you can get back to me, and they'll do this thing. They're all pretending to live in the same town.
I love this. This
It's
is great.
so much fun. And there's even like in the sidebar where you have the rules and stuff, they have like a list of known locations, like confirmed things that are in the town. So you
that's
can
like
even
a-
go to that and
yeah.
be like, oh man, I was at the pizza shop and God, someone dropped this. I want to get it back to its rightful owner. Oh my God. And
this.
and the thing is, the comments are all great too.
Yeah.
Because the comments are even better because people take your premise and they really run with it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And sometimes it'll be like, oh, hey,
Well,
that
one of the
thing
things
found
I-
its owner.
That's one of the things I enjoy about Fifth World Problems as well.
Yeah,
is
people
that
play along.
people play along with it.
There was one a long time ago. I was on Fifth World Problems, and someone posted something. They were asking someone to do some bizarre, insane task, and
Yeah.
I remember I responded, "I will, but only because you're my dad."
That's great.
And like
That's really funny.
and it worked out like perfectly.
Yeah.
Like people like fed into it, and then I said, "I thing you thing." I think, but my response to that was, "I thing you thing."
That's good. That's really good.
But yeah, like people playing along on Reddit is fun, and Have We
Yeah.
Met is so good for that. If you guys haven't seen Have We Met,
I need to. That sounds like a lot of
You
fun.
can spend
Yeah.
a lot of time in there.
Right.
Oh, that's so bizarre.
Yeah, it's all quaint
bizarre.
too. It's really nice, and also like read the rules once because like
Yeah.
they do have
Worth
some
it.
pretty specific rules about how you engage with people.
Is it?
Right.
It sounds pretty wholesome too.
It's very wholesome.
Yeah. Right.
It's all really nice stuff.
Yeah. What other like wholesome like? I subscribe to a subreddit which is just pictures of dogs with their tongues sticking out of their mouth.
Ah, that's
Yeah,
a good one.
that's
Is
a
it
good one.
animals being derps?
No, it's blops.
Blops.
It's specifically dogs, specifically pictures of their tongues sticking out of their mouth.
Have you
It's
seen-
just like every once in a while you scroll past and like, oh, it's a.
My favorite wholesome subreddit is r/gangbangs. I think that's my.
well, there's holes. There's holes
Is there a
involved.
joke?
Oh no! I just like watching people get gangbanged.
He's not wrong. It's wholesome. It's full of holes.
It's full of holes.
So
It's
many
full
holes.
of filled holes.
It's full of
my
full
God.
holes.
Oh my god.
Phil Holes is the admin.
Yeah, right. That's something we've been doing a lot at work. Is like just like Dan and I have been like walking up to each other at work and being like, my favorite scene in Fox and the Hound is the gangbang scene.
Oh, and then you did that to us via text
Yeah, right.
because you immediately followed up and said, "Whoops, wrong conversation."
Right. My favorite scene in Dr. Dolittle is the beheading.
My favorite scene in Babe is when they're filling the mass grave.
That'll do, pig.
That'll do.
No, I think the subreddit I've been like super obsessed with lately has been TIFU. Today I fucked up.
Yeah.
I love Today I Fucked Up.
Yeah.
The stories are always like ridiculously funny. And if I ever have a
Yeah, I heard that.
sorry,
You good?
I'm just squeaking your chair.
You know what I'm talking about?
You know what I'm saying? No, the stories are always like ridiculously funny, and I gotta remember to post one on there sometime after something weird happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, Today I Fucked Up. Super hilarious. It's basically just what you think. It's people telling their like, I've really screwed up horribly somehow.
Yeah. They're also really good about tagging the not safe for work stuff.
Yeah.
which there is a lot of on there. Lots and lots of. I literally fucked up like something I did. Like I got jalapeno sauce all over my dick or something terrible.
I accidentally fucked the sheep my sister likes to fuck.
I read one on there one time that was like, today I fucked up by like walking in on my wife's sister in the shower. You know what I mean? Like it's a lot of horrible, weird shit like that. Like,
I usually feel like
and then you like stay in there for 1 second longer than you.
Yeah,
should
right.
have.
Oh fuck! Right, yeah.
Like whoops,
Yeah, whoops.
Yeah, take a quick look and then
decide to
go.
Yeah,
Let's keep that into the spank bank.
I'll think about that next time.
I often feel like Today I Fucked Up has a little bit of like a Penthouse Forum like quality.
Yeah,
to it,
sure.
where
Yeah, a
it's
little
like,
bit to
it's
it.
like I kind of
That's
wonder.
something that is often parodied in Circle Jerk as well. It's like,
Yeah, right.
Today I fucked up by having sex with my girlfriend.
There is a subreddit called That Happened.
Yes. Yes, that's a good one too.
Which is exactly that. Of
Yeah.
like, this totally happened.
right.
Yeah, that goes along with I am very smart or r/I am very bad.
There's a funnier
And
version
then
of that.
everyone clapped.
Yeah, there's a funnier version of that called oh shit, I just forgot it. Is
r/oh shit, I just forgot it.
Karma Conspiracies.
Karma conspiracy.
Yes, it's where people make up stupid stories about why something got so many upvotes. One of my favorite ones on there was after one of the Olympics. There was one of the gold medalists put the gold medal on their dog and took a picture of it, and it was like. Wizard turns Olympic gold medalist into dog and posted on the internet for loads of karma. And it's just like it's like that
like
totally
that.
happened, but like taking
Yes.
it like to the nth degree.
It's taking something that actually did happen.
Yes, right,
then
and making it
ascribing
ridiculous.
the weirdest possible reason for it.
Because that's the weird thing about Reddit is because you do get upvotes and they're associated with your account, and there's incentive in some way to post good stuff on Reddit, because then you get a lot of karma points, and that makes you look better to yourself and no one else, because who the fuck cares about karma on Reddit? But there's actually a community of people who get a bunch of karma on Reddit, and it's like a locked community. It's called Century Club.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Yeah, I'm a member of
Shut
Century
up,
Club.
really?
Yeah, yep, I am.
How much karma do you gotta get to be in there again?
100,000.
That is a fuck ton of
100,000.
karma. How the fuck did you get 100,000 karma?
I've hit the front page a couple times.
Have you really?
Yeah, I have.
Have you really?
Yeah.
Shit.
What's your username? I want to know.
I'm not going to tell you that.
No, I need to know.
No, I'm not going to tell you that.
I
It's
don't.
like-
I don't blame you for not telling me. But can you
Right.
give me something vague about how you got to the front page?
So years ago, this is a very specific thing. On the video game Forza Motorsport, you can create paint jobs for the cars that you drive in the game.
Okay.
Because I was unmedicated with ADHD, I spent way too much time doing that.
Okay.
Now, granted, it was like it was partially therapeutic, because like if I like was feeling depressed or whatever, it was like a creative outlet that I could use to like create something cool in a game I play a lot. But I would literally spend like 12, 15 hours doing this in a video game. But anyway, there was I basically got a gallery of all of the paint jobs I had created in the game on my cake day, which is the anniversary of when you created a Reddit account.
Yeah.
On my cake
That's
day.
a great time to look for some karma.
Exactly right, because more normally that sort of thing doesn't fly.
Yeah.
So that sort of self promotion, but if it's your cake day, you're given kind of a pass.
Yeah.
But on my cake day, I assembled an album of all the cars that I painted in the game, and I put it on Art Gaming, and that got to the front page.
That's badass.
It was honestly like the best experience I've had on Reddit for something like that, because it was all like mostly complimentary. Obviously, it's gaming, so there's some bullshit in there, but it was like, oh man, okay, cool. People think this is really cool.
To get to the top of Reddit, like the gaming sub alone,
Right.
setting aside
Yeah.
the top of Reddit, like gaming is a large subreddit.
Right.
As one of the defaults and one of the ones that people use quite a bit.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So just getting to the top of that is impressive, let alone the front page.
And I'll be honest, like I will be honest, because I spent so much time doing that. Like a lot of the stuff I made in the game looked really awesome. I really just don't even have the time or the the mental capacity to do that anymore.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
I did in something I really enjoyed doing, and then I was able to profit from that work as well.
Yeah.
Profit. Step one.
Profit.
Also, like I have a lot of comment karma, way more comment karma than I do post karma.
Yeah.
Karma. Post karma. Post karma. Just because like it's easier to get that anyway. And then a couple years ago they combined those two, so like your overall karma score is now your both of those.
Yeah,
You can see
Karma.
them separately, right? But like your overall karma is still
yeah. But for a long time, the only karma that counted was your post karma.
Oh, really?
This is years ago, probably before maybe you guys started using it. But then they recently combined that into it, and now it's a little bit easier to get into that Century Club. But I've had like I had a question answered on the Vampire Weekend AMA once.
Oh, that's cool.
Which is pretty neat. And then I've just had like because I post a lot in the NBA subreddit because I'm obviously a big NBA fan.
Yeah.
And like if you go to like a hot game thread and post a funny comment, or if you're in it at the beginning, like you can get a ton of karma.
Yeah, right.
Off the bat that way.
Especially just by being early.
Yes.
And doing something that's initially noteworthy, then you're at the top.
Right.
So
Secrets of the Karma Market Masters.
Yeah.
that
right.
karma wave. Can I talk for a minute about my favorite Reddit
you
user?
Can't.
Yes,
Stop.
I'm going to.
No, please stop. I don't care.
Let's take a moment
Let's
to talk about
let's-
Roger Simon 10.
What?
Is this the guy I think it is?
It is
Who
the
is
guy
that?
you think
Who
it
is that?
Roger Simon 10 is a legendary Redditor.
Legend. Wait for it.
All of his posts have a particular theme.
Sorry.
They pop up all over the place.
Is this the jumper cables guy?
It is the jumper.
Yes. Oh my god.
This guy is super funny.
I just want to
funny.
read a post of his. I'm going to pick they're all comments, really.
Yeah.
So they're comments on, God, all kinds of subreddits. I think that actually a lot of them are on, I think they might largely all be on Ask Reddit.
It's a pretty good place to go if you want to do that sort of thing.
So I'll read a shorter one. This is a post called "What Makes You Feel Old," and his response is
Everything.
Seeing my parents deteriorate. My dad in particular is getting slower, weaker, and harder of hearing every day. It seems. The other day, I told him to avoid touching the rails on the back steps because I had just painted them, but he didn't hear any of it. And when he got paint all over his sleeve, he beat the living shit out of me with a set of jumper cables. Let's do another briefly. What can't you stop eating once you start? This. I came here looking for pistachio nuts, and sure enough, I see it as the top comment. So he's responding to that.
Yeah, right.
Oh man, my dad beat the shit out of me once with a set of jumper cables because I went through a 32-ounce bag of pistachio nuts in one sitting. They're so addictive. One more for good measure?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
One more. What is the funniest misunderstanding you've ever witnessed or been a part of? My dad once beat me mercilessly with a set of jumper cables because he thought I'd taken his wallet, which had $600 of cash inside. Turns out the dog had somehow jumped up and taken it off his nightstand and then buried it in the backyard.
Oh man, I feel like he used to be better at hiding the like. It used to be like
I went back, so these are
Yeah.
kind of all over. And the thing is, I read the short ones.
Right.
They're a very.
that's my
long
favorite thing about
comment.
those is like he'll have like a really long, several like parts of it will be like touching and emotional, and then the end is always related to his dad beating him mercilessly with jumper cables.
One last one.
Yeah,
just one
No,
last
that's-
one.
yeah. That's it.
What is the laziest thing you can? That's a really weird.
Well,
post.
how about it?
Whatever. His response. I'm only this because of the form of this. I'm reading this. I can control the media center in my bedroom with a 7-inch tablet. The tablet also controls AC and lighting in my bedroom. So I realized recently that I can sit on my couch and be entertained all day without moving more than one arm. I can also easily order food from the tablet with the E24 app. This is about as easy. This is so easy to do actually that I once ordered food and completely forgot about it and ended up leaving to eat with a friend before the food arrived. My dad had to pay $27 to the delivery guy when he showed up, and when I got home, he beat the living shit out of me with a set of jumper cables. All that preamble.
Right, it's so good.
I won't read any more, but
There's a bunch of like recurring jokes on Reddit like that. I think the Hell in a Cell one that keeps popping up.
which one is that?
Well, it's like where like someone will be talking about a story or whatever, and then like the end of it, it'll be the
Mankind getting thrown off the hell.
yeah, right,
Yeah.
and then everything changed when yeah. So like that copy
good.
pasta will show up a lot.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
I do love the recurring jokes.
Yeah. It's very good.
Reddit is very good for those. And
Obviously, I'm a big fan of the pun threads, as I'm sure you can imagine. Yeah, that's always a good time.
you told me about one that I really like. It's called Word Avalanche.
Yes, that's a very fun subreddit.
Avalanche.
Which is something that we do in real life, right?
Yeah, it's the premise is like there's a statement, just a sentence, and then the text of the post is basically a way of saying that same statement, but like sounding like the same word over and over again.
Yeah, the thing is,
It's kind of like the buffalo.
there's actually no way to. There's actually no way to describe it without just reading one.
You have to read it because if you say it out loud, then it doesn't really.
Yeah. So I'll just pick one from the subreddit because this is actually kind of like I said, it's you can't describe it without doing it. This one is you must exchange your army officer's buffet style soda water for money. I'm gonna read that again. You must exchange your army officer's buffet style soda water for money. And the word avalanche is seltzers, self-serve seltzers. Seltzers, self-serve seltzers.
God.
You must exchange your army. Oh God, that's
It's so
insane.
good. It's so good. I love it.
It's insane.
Yeah.
yeah.
But like it's actually really, really good. It works really well.
Yeah, that's shit. That's shit that we just do for fun as
Right,
friends.
right.
I feel like that's one of the underlying things that people just don't know about us as a group of friends.
We actually did this very recently with the rhesus monkeys thing.
Oh yeah, Reese Pieces.
Reese, what was it?
It was Reese Pieces. Well-known anthropologist discovered a new strain of rhesus monkeys, hereafter known as Pieces Rhesus.
That's right.
Pieces Rhesus are well known for throwing their feces. The species of the species Pieces and the genus Rhesus and the species Pieces.
Yeah, right. Which he wrote about in his thesis, which is Reese's thesis on the genus Pieces. Rhesus. I can't remember how it all goes.
The genus Rhesus and the species Pieces monkeys discovered by Reese Pieces, who are known for throwing their feces.
Yeah.
As he wrote in his thesis. The first time I met Reese Pieces, I said, "Jesus, Reese." Pieces, Reese's, yeah.
Species Reese's and genus Pieces.
Is he also a Pisces?
He might be
He's a Pisces, a Pisces
Pieces.
of the astrological side, Pieces. Yeah. We cracked each other up for like 20 minutes.
I think the thing that made me laugh the hardest was that they throw their feces. It's the word feces made me die.
Reese Pieces, yeah. Of the genus Rhesus and the species Pieces.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Pieces.
Reese Pieces loved Reese's Pieces. And in fact, he was eating a bag of Reese's Pieces when he discovered Reese's Pieces.
Yes.
Of the genus Rhesus and the species Pieces.
Might be why he named the genus and the species Reese's and Pieces. Was the Reese's Pieces.
It's so much fun. We used to do dumb shit like that all the time. Like come up with different names for the president when Obama
that's right.
Barack Obama was and then you
There was the pirate Obama.
yeah, Barnacle Obama.
Barnacle Obama.
Barnacle Obama. And then you wrote Barack Obama backwards.
Yeah, which was a presidential candidate running on the campaign slogan
Dread, right?
It was like, how do you even say that backwards?
can't
It's like
remember.
I can't remember.
Amabo
Karabab. Yeah, Karab. Known for his campaign slogan, Dread.
Oh my god, that's so funny. I know
used to
we're
come up
going
with-
long here, but there's one other Reddit like thing I want to touch on is the April Fool's jokes. Every April Fool's, it's like a coordinated effort by a lot of the subreddits to like make a joke about something. Now, it hasn't. It used to be better. I will say that. As I feel like a hipster saying that, but it used to be better.
Yeah, it was better back in the day.
There was my favorite one was like there was an organized thing where every user was assigned a color, orangered or periwinkle, and like it was like everyone was like a war between everyone. Whether you were orangered or periwinkle. And to this day on my Reddit profile, I still have the badge for being an orangered member.
and orangered.
Orangered, yeah.
Orangered.
Yeah. Which is the colors they assign to the up and down vote arrows.
Are you sure it's not?
like it.
Are you sure it's not orange red?
No, it's
Like
orangered. It's all because it's all one word.
Yeah.
They don't separate the orange and the red. It's because it's. I mean, it's obvious. It's like intentionally stupid.
I like this a lot.
But yeah, it was like
It was like thoroughly arbitrary.
and like yeah, it's totally arbitrary. And it infected every thread throughout all of Reddit. It was like, oh, you would say that since you're a dirty periwinkle, or like people were judging each other based on that fact alone.
This reminds me vaguely of a similar 4chan prank.
Yeah.
No, not similar. It's just a different one. But I remember at one point,
Has nothing to do with this.
And by similar, I mean completely different.
Moot made everyone's post just say pooty, pooty, pooty,
Putty, 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 putty.
for like
Yeah.
all of April Fools.
Putty, 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 putty.
So no matter what you wrote, it came out pooty, pooty, pooty,
right.
pooty, pooty.
That's really funny. I
remember that.
Yeah. There's another good one where it was the button. Do you guys remember this?
This sounds familiar.
The button. So
The
like
button.
there was a post by the admin where everyone could press the button one time, but if another user was pressing the button, you couldn't press the button.
Oh.
So there's just constantly like logging in and like trying to press the button and not being able to press the button, and then like also like. So I never pressed the button out of principle. I'm not going to press the button. Like I'm not going to be a dirty button presser. And it was like another like similar thing. It's like
That's right.
like standing in solidarity for not pressing the button.
That's right.
Yeah. Although I think my favorite April Fool's joke of all time was the NFL subreddit and the soccer subreddit switched user flares for the day. So every NFL team was assigned a flare of a soccer team, and vice versa.
Okay.
And it was really funny seeing the like uninitiated fans of soccer trying to understand what the NFL teams' names were. There's a whole thread of them trying to figure it out.
awesome.
I think my favorite was the Cleveland Browns one because the Browns logo is just an orange helmet.
Yeah, right.
Which is weird,
And
actually.
the agreed upon team name was the Orange Helmeted Sportsmen of America.
Yeah, right. That's
Actually, I think I like that.
basically what the Browns boil down to.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
The orange helmeted sportsman of America.
That's just you just transpose two letters and you've got OSHA, which is hilarious to me.
Oh, yeah, basically, yeah. That's really funny.
The Orange Sports Helmets of America.
Right.
or OSHA.
And then there's the, because the
Or NAMBLA.
the Tennessee Titans logo is just like a T in like a circle on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like
burning
we're
Ts.
the flaming we're the burning thumbtacks because it kind of looks like a thumbtack in the logo.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. So it was,
Burden
that was a really funny thread because there's a bunch of soccer fans who did not pay attention to football at all, trying to make sense out of what the logos were.
And I'm sure vice versa. That must have been even funnier. The other way
it was
around.
really, really funny. Yeah.
Man.
And then like how fans were basically being really zealous about their favorite team that they know nothing about. Yeah. Yeah. It was really a good time.
I love it.
Yeah.
I think we owe it to ourselves to take a little breaky here. But this was an incredibly fun topic.
Yeah, it's just one of those things that, we talk about a lot anyway. 'cause
Yeah, right.
We all use the website, but
Right.
Yeah. There was a time where like I don't know, I didn't feel like Reddit had anything to offer me. And now it's like if I have 5 minutes, please.
yeah, right.
Oh, yeah.
Please let me go to r/titty drop, which I can't.
Or for what it's worth, I am a total piece of shit.
Yeah.
Which is if you want to
Yeah.
hate humanity for
right.
5 seconds.
And I already do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a great one. But anyway, let's take a break. Let's come back in a minute with recommendations. What Morty.
I gotta think of a
Morty.
recommendation.
I gotta go grab some more of these beers.
That's also an idea.
All right.
Are you good?
Excuse me.
Yeah, just clear my throat a little bit,
Yeah, oh no, I'm fine. I'm normal.
That was like way funnier than I thought it was going to be.
Your boy's got a loogie the size of a Hope Diamond.
All right, I'm good to go now.
I wish I caught that on microphone.
I can recreate it.
I think it's best if you did.
No? All right, fine.
So,
Anyway, see you next week on the Three Dude Podcast.
Oh, my God.
bye-bye.
Oh, are you recording again? Okay.
Yeah, we've been recording for a bit.
All right.
No, it's we're done though. We just shut
Yeah,
it
it's
off.
over.
Okay,
We're
cool.
done.
I got your dog's butthole spit all over my shirt.
Dude, you got so much butthole spit on your shirt.
I sat in the one possible spot.
You sat where he licks his butt for like 2 hours
right?
straight.
And now I have a damp spot on my shirt.
Let's see. We've been recording for 2 hours and 3 minutes. That doesn't even include like an extra like half an hour in between.
I know.
So
think
all
of the juicy butthole spit that's been
so much.
Oh, I can't
anus,
not think about that juicy
Yeah.
butthole.
great.
So much anus all over your shirt.
I love your dog.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Welcome back to the Three Dude Cast.
welcome back.
We've reached the home stretch, the stretch where you go home. If you're not already home, get
we're
the
gonna-
fuck back to your house.
Oh, we're gonna stretch it.
Wherever you're listening to this podcast, go home
Hey,
because we've already gone big,
Yes.
and it's time
Time to go home.
I forget. Do we do recommendations first?
Recommendations first.
yes.
I've
we
only
do.
been on this show more than any other guest before.
that's right.
You should know this by now.
It's like,
Are you all right?
What is happening?
it's like something got in my throat.
happening
Take a drink of water.
We
is
made
a
it so
word.
far, and then this.
And got so hard, but in the end,
Got so hard.
Doesn't matter. Yeah, I came so hard and
there's no laws when you're drinking claws.
I came so far and got so hard.
Oh yeah.
Why am I right next to the microphone?
Yeah. Why are you asking permission?
So yeah, let's recommend some shit.
Yeah.
Or some not shit. Probably not shit, right?
Hopefully not shit.
Hopefully not shit.
I hope not.
My first recommendation is shit.
Well, that's nice to hear you that from day. Blah, blah, blah. What the fuck? I went this whole time. It was fine.
I know.
Yeah.
You
It was totally fine.
completely ruined
I'm just
it.
falling apart.
How
Yes,
dare
you are.
you?
I'm just falling apart, just like everything else in my life.
Yeah.
Ben,
Yeah.
what would you like to recommend to us today?
I want to recommend a game that I've picked up again lately on Steam, which is called Invisible Inc. As in Invisible Incorporated.
Okay.
And it
I thought you meant like the invisible ink, like the.
I also thought that you meant
Invisible.
man.
it's this new form of wordplay called a pun.
What? This is so unfamiliar to me.
Invisible.
Changes everything.
Oh, what?
It's
What is
a-
like some kind of bun or something?
It's a fucking revelation.
I
I
fucking
know.
love buns.
But in addition to its
Well, I mean, she got buns, and my anaconda don't want none.
Yeah. Right.
Hun.
Unless.
Hun.
Of course.
Unless,
Yeah.
So in addition to its daring new exploration of recreational forms of the English language, Invisible Inc. plays a bit like XCOM. If you're familiar at all with XCOM,
And I am.
it's like a tile-based, turn-based strategy type of thing.
You've been so hiccupy.
I know. I some beer went down the wrong pipe once, and now I can't stop hiccuping.
Why'd you put it in your dick hole?
Yeah, right.
Won't stop.
Why didn't you put it in your dick hole?
That's
So
fair.
it plays like XCOM.
XCOM.
Turn-based
But it's-
combat.
Mario Paint.
Tile-based movement.
Tile-based movement, turn-based stealth.
Oh.
It is a stealth game above all else. You're basically playing as an independent mercenary organization in a world that's ruled by corporations. Shut the fuck up! God Almighty!
I'm so sorry. I'm trying so hard. I'm like locked eyes on you, paying attention, but I just can't.
Oh man.
So
Yes.
anyway, so you have to stay out of sight. You have like a taser that'll knock guys out. You have a certain amount of turns until they wake up, and then partly too you have like you control an AI that's able to break its way past firewalls, and so you can hack cameras and nano fabricators. I think they're called. You can buy new items from the fabricator.
Fabricators.
But it's great. Like the maps are all procedurally generated.
Same.
It's got you have different agents with different kind of skills and talents, and it's a good way, in the same way a lot of turn-based games like this are, to just kind of kill a half hour playing a mission or two, you know. And
We're so sorry, Ben.
No, you're not.
I really am.
No, this is payback for all the times that I tried to recommend something and everybody laughed at me. Big Schindler's List.
So this game can also run on a potato, so definitely check it out.
Nice.
Invisible Ink.
Invisible Ink. Let me write that down.
INC on Steam.
How much did you pay for that little game there?
I can't remember. It's been years since
Been a while.
I bought it, but I just picked it up again recently. It's made by Clay Games, the same people that make Don't Starve, Mark and
Okay.
Ninja. That was so loud.
We're going to have to delete this whole episode. This whole episode's going to have to go in the trash. This is
You gotta stop. I can't.
it's completely
What makes you
unlistenable.
think I can stop?
I don't know. Okay.
So that's my recommendation.
Oh, thank you so much, Ben. This is really great. What was that called? Invisible Co. Or
Invisible
org.
Invisible Ink Incorporated.
Yeah, all right. I like those games a lot. I like the style of game a lot. Actually, I'll bouncing off of that. I'll make my recommendation now. I do have actually two recommendations. Anything about my recommendations?
We can't do that.
Two of them.
Two of them.
Dos recommendations.
Seriously though, we can't accommodate that. We don't do that
Well,
here.
you know, go fuck yourself. Because I'm the host now.
That's all I do. Anyway.
Yeah. No, yeah, I was gonna make that seriously. You almost that. Why?
What is happening here?
This fell off.
Go ahead.
No, none to all of this. None of
My
this.
first recommendation, speaking of
Yes.
turn-based strategic combat game,
It's called Stratego.
it's Fire Emblem: The Three Houses.
Oh shit.
It came out for the Nintendo Switch a couple of weeks ago, and I played the fucking shit out of that game. It was the first Fire Emblem game I've ever played because I just never had the console to play that game on before. But it is very much like that. It's less XCOM and more like a tactics game. Like if you've ever played Final Fantasy Tactics, it's much more
Sure,
like that sort of
sure.
game.
Shining Force.
Yeah, something like that. I'll show
Yeah.
you my Shining Force. You know what I'm talking about? What was that?
That was me going, ugh.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, all right.
But yeah, it's a really great game. I already beat it, and I started New Game Plus because I'm addicted to it. It's very fun though. It's got it's an RPG, so you level up your characters and you build skills and you make them better. But it definitely has like elements. A lot of people compare it to like Harry Potter because you are a professor at a school and there are like 3 distinct houses within the school and they each have their own like different sets of characters and themes and things like that. So like you pick one of those to be the class that you're going to teach, and that's the group you take into combat with and stuff like that. But it's really great. I highly recommend it. It's a very good game. If you have a Nintendo Switch, I recommend picking it up. If you don't have a Nintendo Switch, what the fuck are you even doing? There's so
what
many
I'm
good games on it right now.
I want one.
It's really great. It's really
Yeah,
great. And,
I still gotta
and they
get
just
one.
released the new one that has a longer battery life. So
Yeah,
like,
dude.
there's never been a better time to buy a Switch.
Yep.
My second recommendation is a television program on Amazon Prime. It's called The Boys. I know I've talked to you guys about it before.
We them boys.
It's great. It's really, really good. All 8 episodes are up there already. They didn't do the week by week thing, so you can watch it. It's basically, what would happen if the Avengers were run by a corporation and they were all assholes. And basically, the basic premise is the lead character played by Carl Urban. He has a vendetta against like the superhero type. It's not superhero, Superman type character in the show. And he's basically he's out to tear him down. If you can't kill him, at least you destroy his public image. But anyway, it's a great 8 episode first season. They're already filming the second season now, so there's more to come. I highly recommend it. It's very, very good. It's called The Boys.
The boy.
The Boys.
Hello, boys.
It's on Amazon Prime. Once again, if you don't have Amazon Prime, at least for the 2-day shipping, it's just totally worth it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a good show. But yeah,
Well,
you guys been able to reel it in? Are you guys good now?
we're good. Honestly, I'm trying to keep it together. I'm really sorry.
Okay, well, maybe it'll help if you gave us your recommendations.
There's no laws when you're drinking claws.
It's true.
What? Hey,
Why don't you go first?
hey, why don't you go first instead? Because I haven't thought of anything yet.
I kind of haven't either because I've been sitting here losing my mind.
okay, so here's what I'm going to recommend, people. I think you should make your own pancakes from scratch. Aubrey, I'm looking at you.
Yeah, I'm going to tomorrow.
Yeah, dude. If you're going to do it and you're still making box pancakes, what the fuck are you even doing? Listen to me, you fucking animals. you fucking disgusting people. All it takes is some flour and some eggs and some oil and some milk, and a little baking powder, a little baking soda, and a little sugar. And then maybe if you want...
What the fuck are you doing?
What?
No, like,
what are you doing? What are you doing?
What-
Make them from scratch.
Baking soda and little bit of sugar.
You little sugar, you little soda.
sugar, you little
You mix them up, you get some whiskey.
Little pancakey pizza
Right.
treats.
Little pancakey treatsy just for Beatsy.
A little pancakey treats.
If you are still using Aunt Jemima or Bisquick, then I can't be friends with you. That's what I'm saying. Make pancakes from scratch. It's not that hard. There's literally thousands of pancake recipes. I will send you mine. Make pancakes.
What if my aunt's name is literally Jemima?
It doesn't matter. Dave, recommendations.
It doesn't matter what your aunt's name is.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, man. Maybe I shouldn't have drank all those White Claws.
Oh my god.
So anyway, what were you talking about?
I will say this. So I already recommended this, I think, on the show. I'm just gonna say again. We've now, Christy and I finished watching the entirety of Letterkenny.
Third week in a row. Letterkenny.
Not the third week in a row.
Well, yeah, actually, it was the third week in a row that. Oh, it's the third week in a row that Letterkenny's been brought up.
Oh, maybe. Last week I recommended Years and Years.
Chuck brought it up last week, and then the week before that, you recommended Letterkenny.
And before that, I recommended the Obra Dinn.
Yes.
Oh, you did.
And then before that, I recommended
Desmond as a
I don't know. I don't know what it was.
Place.
But it wasn't that.
Cool.
Anyway, I have now finished watching that show.
Sorry.
Life goes on.
Bruh.
It's good.
Go ahead.
No, that's it. It's it. That's
good.
it. We're
No,
done.
seriously,
Watch it.
it's-
It's good.
it's- very
Letterkenny
good.
is really funny.
It's
I
very
just,
funny.
you guys just showed me the first 3 episodes. It's really
Yeah.
funny. You should watch it.
It's not that long either. Yeah. There's like 8 episodes.
Story
a
of
season.
my life. I started watching The Wire, and I can't recommend so far one of the greatest shows ever written.
Can you talk about that scene?
Oh yeah, the scene. I'm the best thing I can tell you is I know it's one of the greatest shows ever written, and I'm not quite to the point where I want to lend it my recommendation yet. But it's literally just, if you want to watch something funny, just type in The Wire motherfucker scene. It's just a scene where the two of the head detectives on the show communicate with each other for 5 solid minutes using variations of the word fuck, and it's really funny.
Yeah, they say basically nothing else.
Yeah,
It's such a
motherfucker.
versatile word.
Yeah.
Just,
Yeah.
It can go so
Yeah,
many ways.
and they still managed to paint an entire picture of like
Correct.
this crime scene.
Yeah, it's actually really smartly written and filmed.
Yeah. The Wire is widely regarded as one of the best shows ever put on
Yes,
TV.
and I'm not to the. I'm getting there. I'm starting to get it.
I'm so
It's a
close.
It's only because it's a complicated plot. I think that most people are turned off by it. But like, stay with it because I'm getting there very quickly.
It's also really weird for
I'm
like
getting there so fucking quickly.
so fucking quickly.
Hiccup.
it's weird. For,
Oh, I'm about to arrive.
Oh, I'm gonna fucking conclude.
Veni, vidi, veni.
I came. I saw. I came.
I think it's
Very-
rare for TV to
very-
change its
very-
subjects so dramatically.
Yes, yeah,
Like,
it-
you
it
don't
does.
really often see one season is completely about one group of people, and another
Right.
season is about someone else. Like unless it's like a sort of like something like True Detective, where
Right,
the
where it's
seasons are only
completely different.
loosely
Yeah,
connected.
right.
It's very rare to see that kind of a shift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, The Wire is. I think every season is like a different part of the society.
We live in a society.
We live in a society.
Do live in a society.
Has this episode completely fallen apart?
It's gone off the rails.
Have we learned anything?
Yeah, why don't we just go there?
Have we learned anything?
Some of our listeners probably have learned the word coprophagia.
Yeah. Educational programming.
I learned that Glock wheels are leading the way.
I learned that old ladies are downright adorable when they are asking you for crack.
I learned that a circle jerk sounds great, but it's somehow a bad thing.
No, it's still a good thing. Yeah, it's still a good thing. Dude, I seriously haven't learned anything today.
That's fine.
I learned that Dave's favorite episode of The West Wing is the one where President Bartlett jerks himself off while he hangs himself.
Yeah. Man, that show got really dark in the 50s.
Really don't,
Yeah, really
I
weird.
don't think I could like keep it together long
know
enough
what?
to take notes.
It's because Aaron Sorkin left. It's because Aaron Sorkin left. That's why.
that's
And
it.
it was all
why
people jerking off and dying.
Ever since Aaron Sorkin took off, it's like everyone dies of jerking
It's
off
like,
on the end
oh
of
my
a rope.
god, what's you like
they're
the
all
fifth
sorking
main
off.
cast, the fifth main cast master?
Cast mister?
Just ignore me.
Cast mister.
Castmeister.
There ain't no laws.
The Meister cast.
I learned that, thank goodness, neglectful parents aren't going to cost me anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I learned that the pool is
Thanks,
closed.
Nicholas.
Pool's closed.
Pool is
closed.
closed
Pool
forever.
Pool's closed.
Right.
I learned that wholesome subs are wholly filled holes
Nice.
I
on
learned,
Reddit.
I learned once again that B was never good.
B was never good.
It was never good.
I learned that Ben's got hiccups that just won't quit.
Just won't. Although I think they might have stopped by now.
Don't
Nope,
jinx it.
they sure haven't.
No,
don't
keep
jinx it,
keep
yeah.
drinking beer.
Yeah,
that'll
that
help
is
him.
the antidote.
That'll
help
really
him.
help. Yeah.
If anything, if there's one thing in the world that'll help your hiccups, it's drinking more beer.
Exactly. Yeah.
Lastly, I learned that Reese Pieces discovered Reese's Pieces while eating Reese's Pieces. Reese's Pieces.
Of the genus Pieces and the species
And the
Reese.
Reese's.
Known
While
for
eating
throwing
Reese's
his
Pieces.
thesis.
Well documented in
Yeah,
his thesis.
Jesus.
Well documented in Reese's thesis.
Reese's thesis.
On the Reese's
The first time I read Reese's thesis, I said, Jesus.
Jesus.
These feces throwing pieces Reese's of the species Pieces and the Reese's feces.
One was injured, so he had to give it a prosthesis.
Oh yes, the famous Reese's Pieces prosthesis.
Yes.
I flipped to the channel that was documenting it after I watched something, like a special written by John Cleesus.
John Cleesus?
I was wearing a coat made of fleeces.
He was reading off of an old script. It had many creases.
Yeah. And he was eating a selection of rare cheeses.
Fancy cheeses? Wow, that's the Reese's I know.
Can we get out of this episode?
Yeah, let's call it
Abandoned
We're
ship.
done. I think we're done.
Abandoned episode.
What is
It's
hap-
sinking fast.
What is happening?
I feel somewhat responsible.
children first.
Anyway,
Aubrey is hanging herself over there in the other room, so we are definitely done.
No,
Yeah.
it's an autoerotic thing. Don't worry about it.
Nice.
she doesn't have a lemon. How is she going to survive this?
It's
You don't
okay.
want her to go the way of President Bartlett.
No, right. Never forget.
May he rest in peace.
Right.
Oh, fuck, I
Pieces.
Rest in pieces.
Reese in pieces.
Reest in pieces.
Oh my god.
Get us
my
out
God.
of here.
It's time. Let's call it. Thanks for listening. Damon,
we'll
thank you
s-
for hosting.
We'll see you next time
You're welcome.
when
I
maybe
steered
I'm
this
hosting.
disaster into the ocean, I think.
Certainly did.
Hey, I don't know when the next time we're going to meet for this is because I'm going to get married soon.
Why?
That's true.
I think the next week we're going to be meeting for D&D, and then the week after that, I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Actually, I think it'll be, we'll come back like the week of my wedding. So we'll
Right.
have like one episode, and then I'll be gone for 2 weeks.
Right.
Yeah.
Your
For-
last episode is an unmarried man.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Weird.
We're gonna have to get a whole bunch of stuff out of the way because you're gonna get married.
Yeah, right. We're
Right.
gonna have to blow each other
You're
right
probably
here.
gonna have to bang because you can't do that anymore.
I know,
after.
right? This is
Yeah.
my last week as a free man, right? Right, fellas. Woo. Anyway,
All right.
She doesn't
there
listen to the show,
are
right?
no claws
There's no
when
way
you're
she
drinking the what?
She doesn't listen to this, right?
There's no clause
she does
when
not.
you're
Okay.
breaking the laws.
Just get out of this episode,
Yeah.
please.
All right.
For the love of
Thanks
God.
for listening. We'll see you next time.
No.
I hope no one listens to this.
Oh, they're going to.
Goodbye.